All right, family, take your seats. Take your seats. I'm going to go ahead and let Sister Man bring us into the service. All right, go ahead, sister.
Y'all gonna help me sing it?
Yes, we are, sister.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, my mind. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lord.
Sing it, sister.
Oh,
Ashe, ashe, ashe.
truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray,
Talk to me, sister.
but where are you?
Where are you, Lord?
I'm all churched out, hurt and abused.
I feel where you're coming from, sister.
I can't fake what's left to do. Truth is, I'm weak, no strength to fight,
I feel weak.
no tears to cry.
I'm all out of tears.
Even if I try, but still my soul
All right now.
refuses to die.
All right now.
One touch will change my life.
Take your seats, church.
Take me to the King.
Take your seats, church.
I don't have much to bring.
Bring us in, Sister Man.
He said,
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe.
lay me at the throne. Leave me there alone.
Looking good, Sister Johnson. I see you.
Gaze upon your glow and sing to you this song.
All right
Take
now.
me to the King.
Bring us in, sister. Bring us in.
Truth is, it's time.
What's the truth?
To stop playing these games.
Mm-mm.
We need a word for the people's pain. So Lord, speak right now. Like rain. Oh yeah, we're desperate. We're chasing after you. Oh, no rules, no.
All right now. All right. Thank you, Sister Man. Thank you, Sister Man. Such a divine voice you have. God blessed you, woman. Do you know God is going to do something good for you this week? You singing like that for my church woman? All right. Take your seats, family. Take your seats. All right. Had to get a little quiet entrance to bring service in today, guys. Happy Moon Day, everybody. Everybody's looking good per usual. All right. See you guys. How's everybody feeling under this moon through the 8th house vibration? Everybody all right? The intensity ain't get to you. You ain't jump into nothing too extreme. Today, guys, was the moon day emotionally, mentally stable for you? All right, family? You know, if anything's troubled on your heart, this is the place you can express it here. All right? Be. Flow. All right. Shout outs to all my fixed signs. Ashe. Shout out to all my fixed signs, all my Taurus placements. All right. May I have a lot of significant things going on this week. My Taurus, Sun, Moon, Risings, all that activity we got in conjunct and opposite hitting you this week from Libra and Scorpio. All right, Taurus. Do your best to stay stable, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Risings. All right. All right. They're going to try to rush you up this week. I said the devil wants you to move on the devil's pace, not your pace. You understand what I'm saying, Taurus placements? You've been doing so much learning, so much things ready to expand for you guys throughout the year with that Jupiter transit. All right. We started off the week with these planets in Scorpio, the moon in Scorpio, guys. You know that's a treacherous transit right there, guys. Okay? So you got to stay spiritually strong through this one. Something about a moon in Scorpio transit makes you dive a little deeper than usual. You got to get in contact with some insecurities you usually don't get in contact with. You hear what I'm saying, church? All right, Ashe. Ashe. All right. So you guys still taking your seats? All right, go ahead. Take the seats. Get your Bibles out. Get your Bible apps out. All right. So shout out to all my fixed signs. All right. Everybody that got lucky days, Scorpios, Cancers, Pisces, Capricorns, Virgos. I hope a little pot of luck done fell on you in some type of shape or form today. I hope today was a smooth day. I hope things transformed into a desired state you want. You hear me? Shout out to them lucky day signs. All right. But guys, all jokes aside, we stepped into the week, guys. Hope everybody's great on Moon Day. As we know, we was dealing with this Moon Scorpio transit opposing. All right. Activating Mars and opposing these energies in Taurus for the most part. Okay. So when it comes into any forms of overindulgence, stay stable, y'all. All right, listen to the angel, not the devil. The devil gonna be a little louder in these times. All right, gotta stray away from that man. You know that man's persistent. Me and the devil got a long history now. The spiritual warfare between the dark and the light work has been going on for ages now, family. We done inherited this beef. I mean, excuse me, it's not we in church. We inherited this spiritual warfare. I was watching a little bit too much some of that hip-hop gangster music a little earlier. Sorry, guys. It's not beef. This is spiritual warfare. All right? What's going on, Marsha Empress? We in a building. Pretty Lauren. We in a building. Kira in a building. Brother from the hip in the building. Jasmine Hobson, I see you, girl. I see you, woman. All right? Astro Girl Quay. Okay, I was looking at a couple of things in yesterday's live stream, and I seen Chakra Khan came in the building. I see she was trying to get my attention too, so I could hit a get you real quick. I'm mad I ain't catch it. So she not here now, and I don't know if she's gonna pop in here, but real quick, let me get you, let me just hit that one real quick. All right, we got that one out the way. Uplift some vibes up in here. Ebony Q in the building. Brittany. That's sister man, ain't she talented? Take me to the king. I was about to jump all up and make it a duet. Sister Ebony in the building. All right, sisters, I see you. Brother Darren Wells in the building. He said, this is the only church service I attend. I shade to that. All right, God is good for these devoted church members. God is good for you guys. The church, the congregation, we gracefully appreciate you guys. Destine in the building. Neoma Nova in the building. All right. All right. Kira talking about slides in seats quietly. You got some water energies, girl. Any woman coming into church quietly got them water placements. You know the air and the fire signs gotta have the loud entrance. Like, excuse me, Pastor, I'm sorry. Let me just get right here. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get Sister Ann. Do you got the Bible? You brought it? Because I left it. Okay, good. Thank you. Let me just get that from Sister Ann. Sister Margaret, sit your air sign head ass down, disturbing the word. Why can't you be like some of the water sign sisters in here and come in quietly when you come in? You got to cause such a ruckus, woman. But come as you are. It's all good. Pastor accept everybody. Come as you are. Brother from the head. All right. All right, guys. All right. We in the building. Can I see some plates? Can I get some white plates in the comments? Can I see some plates? You know them plates confirm that we here for real worship. All right. Let me see some of them plates in the comments. All right, guys. Now, once again, I hope everybody's feeling well under this moon in Scorpio energy. I told you today might today holds a lot of capacity for things coming out of the woodworks from a hidden state, whether it's feeling, thoughts, or emotions you need to get off to others in a partnership, Sun in Libra, or is hidden energies you might have received in your partnerships, business partnerships, relationship with your children, Libra, all one-on-one relationships. All right, I love them plates. All right, I know you guys here for worship. Okay, but so hopefully any of that wasn't too intense for any of you guys. Like I said, we got this moon energy opposing moon and Scorpio activating the Mars. So not only just brings this intensity towards how we react to things, and we may just think a little deeply on things, even though this energy can push us to be on more of the self-encouraged side of things dealing with transformation. All right. And also help us to self-reflect and digest a lot of things right now that's been going on with transformations we've been experiencing, family. All right. So listen, don't stray away from that moon and Scorpio transit. Get up in that shadow. All right. Some of us be running from the shadow. All right. You got to, that's you. That's a part of you. Okay. Now, but yeah, it's opposing these energies in Taurus. So, like I said, the top of the week can have a little, not a little, it can have a mild to a major influence of us trying to find balance between, things that are a priority and things that more so lean into a desire or a pleasure. Okay. Things dealing with connection right now, you have to be conscious how much time they could take up. We are very sensitive to feeling right now. All right. Especially with a lot of energies being birthed. So it's so easy right now to connect and get lost in the connection. We want to just do our best to pace ourselves with everything going on right now, family. I know a lot of y'all threw a lot of personal intentions, planted a lot of seeds around this time. So let's just make sure with us being big ass magnets of energy right now and attracting different type of things, new people, places, and things in our lives. Let's make sure we keep a sense of stability through it all. Because, like I said, after us coming out of this phase, now it's post new moon energies. That space, that Libra through Taurus space in your chart, it's prone to just attract a whole bunch of new energies here. All right. So we want to be open to these things, but we want to be able to play spirit so we can make sense of everything going on right now. All right. So as y'all guys can see, I want to dive into what's going on with this Kirk Franklin mess because it hurt my heart when I seen it. It hurt my heart. All right, guys. So over here we always gonna get into the spiritual, esoteric, astrological influence about sun. Pastor feeling a little chap, just looking for that the chapstick, that good old mighty chapstick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, family. The good word says cleanliness is next to godliness. All right. So we can't do the chapness around here. Right. In the new King James Version, Nigalations, we don't do chapness either. Okay. Chapness is next to demonistic ways. All right. Get the lips and the halitosis together, family. Brush twice a day, 2 times minimum. Some of us could go after a couple of after every meal. Some of us may have to add that into our 6-house regiment. All right, it's called self-awareness, family. I'll share. This your Virgo pastor right here. All right, guys, make sure you're flossing. In the name of the Lord, are you guys flossing? Okay, Shay. It's like, is you a pastor or my wellness coach? Get your ass on. I'm a wellness coach by default, given the good name of the word. Get your pastor be trying to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, I preach. Do a couple of do some taxes every other season. Every other tax season when I'm available enough to do it. But anyways, speaking of pastor, and listen, guys, speaking of this moon and Scorpio change, before we move on to Kirk Franklin, y'all got to give me some grace, man. These attachments these attachments got hands. These attachments got hands in the eclipse season. You gotta get past a little grace. All right. Every once in a while, we can relapse, but we got to get our spiritual step back. All right, guys. That devil's lettuce. I swear, I gotta hold on, Pastor. But everything must be done in moderation around these times. In God's names, we pray. Shit. All right, guys. I hope God gives me the grace until the full moon to deal with my attachments. God knows He gave me some addictive personalities with all this Libra, Scorpio, Venus, and 8th house energy. When it feels good, family. It don't be good for spirit, but it feel good for my body. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm out of alignment, guys. Throw some holy water in the bath. Let me do this word. I'm about to do service and get baptized at the same time. Let me get in the bath. This toxicity of spooky season, Scorpio season is creeping up on me already early. I feel my stellium already getting charged up. I told y'all, Mars. I told y'all 2 weeks ago. Once these placements start getting into the Scorpio, I can't hold this toxicity to come out my fumes. I can't. All right. If you got Scorpio placements, to be honest with you, you kind of don't take this the wrong way. Don't take what I'm about to say the wrong way if you got Scorpio placement. If you got Scorpio placement, you got a strong 8th house placement. You toxic by default already. You gotta understand that. The 8th house is cultivated of like toxic substance. Sister Amber G in the building. Sister Belle Poppy. Listen, it was just Sister Belle Poppy Lone's solar return over the weekend. Y'all go ahead and wish Sister a grand solar return. Yeah, I know she's one of the devoted congregation members in here. Happy solar return, Sister Belle. Sister Belle. It's my Libran sister right there. Okay. Sister Ebony Q's holding me accountable, says Pastor's backsliding. Yes, I am. Put some holy water in the tub. I got to get in there, get some of this toxicity out of me. All right, family, I'm human, just like y'all. All right. There's going to be some extra baptizing and rebuking going on in spooky season. We ain't got no choice but to move through toxicity. Wait, back to you, Scorpio places. Yeah, I almost got off y'all ass. All right. I'm getting dragged too. So we all in this together. I'm stepping on my body right now. I'm right now it's just spirit. It ain't the lucky Libra. Whoever I think this lucky Libra nigga is getting dragged along with y'all right now. We naturally we made up of toxicity. If you're a Scorpio, sun, moon, rise. Sun, moon in the 8th. This is toxic substance. Scorpios do toxic shit, may have toxic tendencies, whether it's to others, the shit you do to others we more aware of that, but Scorpio energy be self-sabotaging as hell at times. We self-sabotage a lot of great shit in the name of love, for real. In the name of love, when it comes to our passions and desires and resources, no, Scorpio's gonna get right. Scorpio gonna get right. Best believe that. All right. We got there's a lot of power in that 8th house. Okay. A lot of people just be scared of it a lot of the time. People be scared to find out what's going on in there. All right. You start realizing you got to feel your way through it. You got to swim your way through. And this is a water house. This shit dark and it's watery. It's a different type of element going on in here. God damn. There's one thing if you have one of these attributes in the motherfucker. There's already one thing to be watery and having to swim deep. But then I can't see. I bump into anything in here. And when you bump into, I'm not even the best swimmer neither. To be honest with you, you throw my ass in the water. Whoever threw my ass, you better hope I drown. Because I'm finna beat your ass when I get out this mug. If I do get out, throw my black ass in the water like that. I'm Nigerian. All right. I'm Nigerian. My lineage Yeah, nah, it's something when it comes to swimming and all that. My DNA set up a little different. When you melanated, our DNA set up a little different when it comes into that swimming shit. All right, all different type of shit start getting activated from the past. You start thinking you in the Atlantic trade like a mug. Get me out of this water. All right, thinking you start seeing the Amistad in this motherfucker. Get me out the water. Thought I was free. Them pools of water be traumatizing for us black folk. All right, but Scorpio Sun Rising, own it. You gotta learn how to own your shit. You made out of toxicity. So this is why you are the rise to the Phoenix. What is you when you rise, you're coming up out of something. So you guys think I'm joking right now? All right, boy, how we made out of toxicity? What do you think this Phoenix is rising out of? What do you think it's riding? It's not just darkness. It's toxicity. It's sludge. It's when I say toxicity, when we talk about that substance, the darkness that the Phoenix is rising through, all that darkness, all that toxicity is in the name of things that we go through from a transformative state, our spiritual baggage, traumas, insecurities. So you have to take everything from the light and the dark side. All right. Everybody got their dark sides or their signs and their placements, and they're righteous, moving in a more higher vibration with their placements. Scorpio placements, 8th housers in a real negative frequency vibration will take advantage of having the ability of being able to move through that toxicity, through that material, through that substance, through that darkness, through that energy, through that vibration, however different way we want to label it. But Scorpio placements can take advantage. This is a negative Scorpio right here. I'm talking about like the manipulated narcissistic Scorpio you're talking about right now. The Scorpio that fuck the shit out of you to manipulate you. This one right here. Okay. They could take advantage of that energy by bringing people into that world knowing you can't really move like that in that world. And they put you in a position where now you need me to move through this. So you didn't even realize I brought you this deep in a dark space, and then I make it a crutch where you need me to navigate this. So this is a real negative, toxic Scorpio. All right, righteous, spiritually mature, developed, right, spiritually aligned, trying to find spirit, trying to get to source, is gonna realize, okay, I'm amongst this toxic energy. It is what it is, aka Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, and Scorpio. I deal with a lot of dark shit in my life. I deal with transformative shit in my life. I deal with hidden agendas at times. Sometimes I be wanting to really go crazy with some of my hidden agendas. But you know what? I don't want to hold all this heavy energy. I have to learn how to transmute this. I have to learn to see what's outside of the toxicity, outside of the darkness. I got to learn how to bring some of these passions and motives I have that I feel very passionate about on a deep level. I got to learn how to bring some light into that in some type of shape or form. So this is the Scorpio placement, Sun and Moon rising, owning their substance, owning their vibration, right? And owning everything that their energy attracts with it, but being conscious to not make sure they don't get entirely consumed in this energy, especially from a negative perspective, right? And understand how to transmute it, use it as your fuel, to get out of that situation and become something higher, expand, evolve, rise into the Phoenix. So Scorpios, own your toxic shit, own your substance. You're made out of it. You're made out of it, okay? It looks sexy on you. Shit, it look good. When you come in the room with it in that all black lingerie with the red lights. Couldn't even really see you like that. It's just your silhouette, but it looked crazy. Is that my girl? Or is this somebody else that's just really sexy in my room? Which one? I can't tell because I can't see you, woman, but you look good because I can see you a little bit. Scorpio placements, y'all just so sexy in a mysterious way. Look at your shadow and know y'all fine. I was standing in the Starbucks line the other day. I saw a shadow. I said, God damn. I looked behind me. It was a fine John in the line. I was like, your shadow fine as hell. Fuck wrong with you? Before I got out, there was 2 niggas trying to get the shadow number. I was like, nigga, that's the shadow. It got me too, right? Nigga, she right there. Oh, shit, my bad. Oh, shit. What's up? You had me fucked up, babe. I was talking to you, Shadow. Fine ass. All right. So that 8th house sexiness, Scorpio sexiness is powerful. Okay? But y'all take advantage of that too. Y'all take advantage of that too. All right. So Scorpio placements, before we get into Scorpio season, I know all this margin Scorpio home energy got y'all on y'all BS. All right. Y'all feeling highly determined. Well, you gotta make sure that determination is not self-destructive. Because if we know that's one of Mars' favorite traits right there, fuck it. Let me self-destruct some shit in this bitch. That's the and we just start from scratch. Mars love that concept right there. Mercury and everybody else be able to calm his ass. Listen, I think there's another solution we have other than that. Mercury be scared though. Mercury, the younger brother, Mercury be scared as hell talking to Venus. Like, you think he gonna go crazy if I give advice? Listen, my big brother a little abusive. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all pray for Mercury. Mercury, if you in the church, stand up. Pastor be trying to put people on blast sometimes. Before we start the word, I heard brother Malcolm is dealing with some rent issues. Brother Malcolm, stand up so we could say a prayer for you. It's like brother Malcolm sitting there like, I know this nigga did not. All the money I put in this goddamn collection plate, on top of me about to lose my house in the next 48 hours. This nigga just gonna rub it in, huh? All right, let me just stand up and get this prayer. Hopefully maybe this prayer work. Maybe this the prayer I needed. Maybe I needed the church prayer. But Pastor works in mysterious ways, brother Malcolm. Okay? Pastor not trying to put you in the hot seat. Not at all. A week later, you got a new house. You see how that collective church, a week later, church, I got a testimony before we start the word. Remember we did that collective prayer for Brother Malcolm. Brother Malcolm, stand up again, Brother Malcolm. Brother Malcolm, show him your new address. Tell him where you live. See how God works? You see how God will bring you to shame before he exalts you again, family? You see how that works? You have to be able to go through that state of humiliation if you want to get to the mountaintop. Some of us be running from that state of humiliation right there. Brother Malcolm stood up in front of the church. Brother Malcolm did not let him get him discouraged, all right? Hold on, family. Pass the laptop by the dollar. Make sure we keep the lights on in this church. Okay, so we gotta be courageous like Brother Malcolm. Make sure we stand up in church when God calls us out and tries to humiliate us before he exalts us again. Y'all be trying to skip steps. All right. So that's a good word before we get into service. Okay. Shout out to everybody taking some seats. Sister Taylor. All right. Representing that Martian energy. You're not lying, Boris. So glad I'm past the stage because people be drowning in that shit. For real. For real. That ass. Those Scorpios is powerful. Scorpios that be in the midst of rising into that Phoenix, the midst of owning their toxicity, but being like, that's a little kid shit. I don't evolve past that. Y'all still putting them labels on me. Y'all couldn't even deal with me. If you started dating me, you get too triggered. These Scorpios now. If you started dating me, you get too triggered because I'm too real with my done got knowledge of self for real. I don't think you've dove as deep as for knowledge of self as deep as I have. That should start making you feel all comfortable dating a nigga, dating a woman. Okay? So an evolved Scorpio it's hard to date as an unevolved Scorpio and an evolved Scorpio. The evolved Scorpio be having thoughts of going back to the old ways. Like, I ain't gonna lie, shit was more fun. These connections take too much time nowadays. I used to get right to my desires back then. You gotta wait for the real love thing, though. Desires is quick, love is long. Okay? Shout out to Brother Julius Payne with the collection pay. Brother, is you going through something? Do you need some extra prayer, brother? You want to stand up? Do you want to stand up and get exalted in front of the church real quick, brother? All right. Okay, that was just a regular collection plate. Okay, all right. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Okay. Now, guys. All right, let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it, man. Okay. Uh let's start with Kirk Franklin first, man. Like I said, I seen this on social media. It hurt my heart. It really hurt my heart. All right. And yeah, I was like, we really gotta dive deep. Hopefully Kirk Franklin sees this and finds a way to make it to his church. Okay. I'd love to join forces with that brother and get, because that's a big church now, y'all family. All right, I told you, we just a small church. We could get some clout off of that church. Damn, pastor is a fucking pastor. You a scammer. What are you talking about? Clout for church? You a pastor. You should even know what that word means. Y'all reach out to brother Kirk Franklin, get this church a little bit more clout. All right, y'all follow us on Instagram, y'all. Okay. Sister Jasmine Hobson with the collection plate. Sister, I hope something good happens, because I know God is already if it hasn't happened today, God has something coming for you, sister. Okay? Pastor, love him some plates. All right? But guys, I seen this video and I'm like, nah, this is wild right here. Like, this is just different. So hopefully we could get his mother's birth information. I'm gonna play this clip. This clip pretty much sums up the situation, guys. All right. I want y'all to let me know if there's any problems with the audio while I'm playing it. But basically, Kirk Franklin going through some trials and tribulations with Mom Dukes, with that moon, with the fourth house, and it's really crazy how things are moving. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some easy alignments to point out and why he experiencing this in his life. I hope we could get, once again, I hope we could get his mom's birthday, because that shit might be unknown or something. But let's get right into it, fam. Let's get right into it. Once again, let me know if there's any issues with okay.
But nothing could prepare me for what God had in store for me in 2023. Saved message. If you would like to talk to me about the rumor that is floating around out there, call back. Just remember, as I told you once, I will not lie to you about anything. End of message. Delete. Resave. Mr. Rick, on his own, he gets a DNA test, swabs himself, gives those swabs to my good childhood friend Melody, and says, hey, everybody's running their mouth. If Kirk wants to know if there's any truth to this or any possibility, he can take these swabs and do whatever he wants to do, because Mr. Rick doesn't know. He's just responding to the rumors. And we probable eternity, 99.99999%. Percent what? Yes, he's your father. Right there. I'm going to text you. Enter. Hey, my name's Kirk. You know, I see. Hey, didn't know. I
And she said, this boy's the daddy, he wasn't there. This other one is the daddy, he didn't know. But the baby gets dropped. How does that happen? Probability of fraternity? Yes, ma'am. 100%. How's it possible? It's not, baby. I can swear on my dead mother's grave. Rick Hubbard is not your father. I don't know what happened, how this paternity test came back 99.95%. But I really would like to get to the bottom of it. This I cannot accept because this is not true. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart on this. To test it out, to put it in front of you. I need to hear you. I need to hear you clearly. The little Kirk, the little boy Kirk needs to hear you. Are you saying that you reject the results of these two tests? That's what I need to hear. Yes. My denial, is that going to put a wedge between you and I? Yes. 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 If you can't give me this, no hug, no word of encouragement, no sugar, no joke, nothing can substitute what I deserve and what I've needed and what I've missed. He just wants the truth. The DNA. The DNA. Yes. I need my mama. And I need my son too.
Don't you?
I wanted this so badly.
Don't
my
you?
mama watches this.
You know
I
what?
want her to know. And I say I can't have him.
Shame on you, woman.
That I have lost so much not having you. And it would have been really, really, really nice to get that from you.
All right. All right. All right. I'm going to let the church go ahead and just get a little exhale. I know that one may have snatched a little bit of breath out your holy temple for a little bit, family. I get it. We could go ahead and say a little prayer in our heads for Brother Kirk real quick. We really need to pray for his mama. All right. All right. As for me, Elisu, man, I feel for Pastor Franklin. He's in his 50s, and that's tough, man. That one was hard to watch. That was a little hard to watch the second time around. I'm not gonna lie. That one, I ain't so up to replay that. I got a debilitated mood. I might start be like, I ain't gonna lie, cause my mama, I just start blaming my mom for shit out of nowhere. So fake, Libra, so fake. All right, make me start watching that video. Make me start feeling about family issues I don't have. It's like, you know what? My mom never start making up lame shit. My mom never called me by my middle name. She don't love the whole of me, just the beginning of the mother flipper. It's like, bro, sit your entitled ass down. Taking Libra season too far. Humble yourself. Mom did what she could. All right. But all jokes aside, this is. Go ahead and pass some blood of Christ around. I think we could pop a bottle in church for this one. Pass the bottle. No, don't put it in the cups. No, I'm serious. Bring the bottle out. Bring the real stuff out. Get the cranberry out. No, not the fake blood of Christ. Get the real stuff. We got some Hennessy left. Okay. But guys, this is absurd. This is absurd. So while I was playing that, I was trying to search his mom's birth information. I couldn't find it. Okay, I couldn't find it, but um, it's hard to talk. It's a little hard to talk after that, John. That John really, the moon is Scorpio, so everything just hit deeper. Like I said, moon in Scorpio gives motherfucking trouble connected with my lunar influence in my life. It gives that already. Moon in Scorpio, moon in the 8th house. All right, so we low key in a lot. We high key, low key, high key in alignment. Just covering this right now. This is some emotional disturbance going on. All right, now yeah. So when I was playing the clip, I couldn't find his mom's birth information at all. A little thing came up with her, but her name is Gertrude, but it didn't have no information on there, right? So let's look at what's going on in Kirk Franklin's chart. We don't got his birth time. Okay, I was able to confirm that the moon didn't move the day he was born, so he's a Virgo moon all the way. All right, so we have to work with alignments right here. I don't need to say. I'm pretty sure if I see his houses, this, that, and the third, situations like this, there's gonna be something bold in this chart. It ain't gonna be like, all right, what? Damn, I don't see where is that. No, it's gonna be bold somewhere. All right. So even though your guys' birth time, you have to understand when we looking for things in the chart, guys. A lot of the time, you have to look at never like go seeking a placement or seeking thing. They just got that one. They got this one placement. I heard this is a bad relationship placement, or they got this placement. I heard this bad. Everything is a combination of energy. Everything's an accumulation of energies, right? So you could think, let's say you dated somebody and they were really toxic or some in some type of shape or form. It may not just be one placement, the reason why they move the way they move when it comes into building emotional connections and relating to others in relationships. No, it may be a number of Johns doing a number on them. On top of some natural spiritual history they have by default, things that they spirit beyond. All right. So it be an accumulation of things. This is why you can meet somebody and it's like you if you being too surface level with this astrology stuff and you go into it like, all right, let me look to see if they have any of these placements that I heard are toxic placements or bad placements to date somebody. First of all, you don't even know what placements you thinking like that. You already know what placements you might need to push you in the first place. Anyways, all right. So that's that. That's that. First of all, and then second of all, you could see somebody with a red flag placement or at least a placement you know that okay, these two gonna bring some friction, right? They have a lot of cardinal energy. I have a lot of cardinal energy, so I see we're gonna clash here, blase blah. But at the same time, everything's an accumulation of energy, so it could come into a situation where maybe a negative trait that they push on relationships is somewhat regulated based off of other energies in their chart. Some people learn quicker than other people. Some people mature differently than other people. So never get too hell bent about anything in synastry, relationships, looking at somebody's chart off of one placement you see, because you don't know what frequency vibration that placement is revolving around. When you see the placement or you see energies in a chart in general, is certain things you just can't deny, right? If you see a lot of activity there, it ain't no like, damn, maybe they no. They on that type time. The energies it is what it is. They have a stellium in what? They have a stellium in Aries. And then they got another stellium in Libra. Oh yeah, they wishy-washy as hell. Like that ain't nothing. They're gonna be a little wishy. They're gonna be the wishy-washy tendency gonna be there, whether it's a little bit or a not or a lot. They're gonna be a little aggressive and forceful with partnerships and call it, I'm just passionate a little or a lot. Like these things, they're just gonna be there, whether it's a little or a lot out this mug. All right. So everything comes down to the light and the dark side. Come down to what spirit is driving these planets. Okay. My B-Day on Saturday. There's another Libra. There's millions of Libras that got B-Days on Saturdays. I know I don't completely act like all of them fools. All right. They not fools. They my Libra and kinfolk. All right. Sorry, Pastor could be a little offensive sometimes, all right? The Mercury is in Scorpio. We got all these planets in here. The moon got me a little intense tonight, y'all. All right? So you just got to understand that. Now, all right, back to Kirk. And see what's going on here. Now, first of all, hold on. First of all, let's look at his luminaries. He's a moon in Virgo, all right? And his sun is in Aquarius. Now, off rip, his sun and moon ain't dealing with energies that's dealing with connecting from an emotional point of view. All right. His moon is in a sign where Venus is debilitated. So strong Virgo placements, having your luminaries in Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, all of them can tell you in some type of shape or form in their life how they don't feel like they were valued in some type of shape or form, possibly through the mother, father, home environment, early relationships. They could tell you in some type of shape or form how they feel like love wasn't reflected in some type of shape or form. It don't be reciprocated, or a lack of support system. Support systems be imbalanced. I support more than I get. Every fucking Virgo, sun, moon, rising, Venus in Virgo, especially the moon in Virgo, gonna have something to. And this is not saying any of this is saying Virgos are in negative energy about love. Love is just debilitated. It is what it is. All right. So when it comes into things dealing with support, appreciation, Virgos go through different lessons in their life, learning how to apply those energies in the right way, because they may have manifested situations where they realize, yo, this energy can't just be given to anybody, right? And I have to learn how to embrace it without maybe so much criticism when I do receive it. So it's just like any of our debilitated planets. When you look at your Achilles heel, okay, when you look at what's my weaknesses, what's my crutches, besides the squares and oppositions you have, get down to the debilitation of the signs, the signs you have a lot of planets in, especially your sun and moon sign. You should know what planet is debilitated in your sun and moon sign. All right, I drag Libras all the time because the sun is debilitated. The sun falls in our sign. So we got debilitation and we have falls. There's two different things, but that's basically both playing out crutches of the sign, right? We could go back. Y'all go back to my archetype videos on YouTube and go. That's the early stuff right there. But Venus, all right. So this is why when you got this is why in general Virgo placements, when they do get to states in their life where they get, let's say you got this Virgo that's, moving in positive energy, ain't on no fuck shit, ain't on no toxic shit, or this, that, and the third, they genuine with how they connect, whether they're a good person, and they manifest situations where maybe they got taken advantage of in relationships, they got done dirty, or maybe they created environments that tempted a partner that had influences to manipulate, to take advantage. So whatever, let's say they just went through them circumstances. When this Virgo person connects with somebody that appreciates, honors, right, places effort to reciprocate the love, this could leave Virgo on such a mind fuck, right? They could jump into Pisces energies a little bit and be like, nah, this ain't real. They could get nervous off that, like, how long is it gonna last? So it take Virgo a while to even learn how to embrace the love. So I say all of that to say, when you got the moon in Virgo, we already know the moon's correlating to feminine energies, that lunar connection. When we're looking at influences dealing with parents and the family household, we need to see the environment of your fourth house, where the ruler of your fourth house is at, the activity of the ruler of your fourth house. So your fourth house is in Cancer. Where's your moon at? What house is your moon at? Okay, house. Damn. Okay, we know there's a lot of sixth house properties in your household environment. You had to use probably a lot of order and structure. It was strict, a lot of curiosity in there, possibly invasion of privacy at times, with a dash of some nurturing, understanding energy at the same time. But that nurturing energy probably came through some tough love. It's the sixth house. Venus energy probably wasn't displayed all the way in your home environment. Love was more so displayed through a sense of structure and order and critique in some type of shape or form, right? Your standards may have to be held high with the home environment. So this why I may be able to be like, okay, one of your parents, right? One of your parents very smart. One of your parents in some type of shape or form was hard on you, or very determined to make sure you had your sixth house in order as you get older in some type of shape or form. You're gonna have some of these influences in there, right? But when I look at your moon and now see the activity, damn, your moon's square and opposite, this, then the third. Now I know your parents, especially your mom, could display some of these traits, right? Your moon is opposite square, this, and the third. Your moon opposite Venus, right? So it's hard for you to receive Venus energy. It's hard for you to understand Venus energy, love at times, depending on what signs it's being squared from, this, and the third, right? But your mom might display this. She may not understand that you need love in this type of way. She may not understand that, like, damn, my daughter or son wants to hear I love you, want to get hugged, this, and the third, whatever the fuck it is, right? So you can start to see things play out like that in the home environment, boom. But you got certain signs by default that have influences that naturally correlate to things dealing with your love language, naturally correlate to things dealing with relationships, naturally correlate to things dealing with stability, naturally correlate to things dealing with the home environment. We have signs that naturally just have a strong influence on that. So just seeing him having a Virgo moon is like, okay, who in that household got you feeling like you unappreciated in some type of shape or form, or they didn't display love to your ass the right way in some type of shape or form. So you got that there. But then when we look at that, the same sign has Pluto in there. So they're not, we don't know if they're conjunct, right? We don't know exactly what time of the day he was born, so we don't know where that moon degree is at. This is noon on that day. The middle of the day, the moon is 22 degrees. So if he was born anywhere in the afternoon or after, it's definitely picking up on this Pluto. But then again, even if it wasn't, the earliest his moon sign probably goes back to is maybe somewhere he's born at noon, 6 hours back, somewhere around 16 degrees, maybe 17 degrees, probably start around 16, 17 degrees for the day, or maybe a little bit back before that. But either way, the moon, you don't have to have planets conjunct in the same sign. You can have both of them planets in the same sign. They're still picking up on each other's energy. They're still picking up on each other's energies. You know somebody's in your house when you're in the house, even if you're not in the same room. So what does Pluto bring? It brings deep revelations. It brings a long journey and path and cycles of transformation. But when we talk about transformation, it's more so dealing with attachments, getting to the root of things, dealing with your subconscious. Pluto's heavily associated with psychology and the subconscious in general. Traumas. Pluto trying to get to the root of all of that, right? We could go through some extreme things in the house that we have Pluto in, a lot of strong Pluto energy associated with Scorpio in the 8th house, which we know they deal with getting to the crevices of our subconscious. So he has that energy right by his moon. So this is why himself, he's very intuitive, dealing with connecting with others, understanding their trials, tribulations, maybe where they may feel a lack of appreciation. And then Virgo placements, when they get into worship, when they get into religious shit, is the Virgo placement. There is a pattern with their religion. They iron their religion just like they iron everything they close in their regiment. All right, they not playing with that. We praying. You get pow. Not saying your grace before you eat with a religious Virgo parent. You crazy? Let me see you go at them collard greens and yams like that, and I see you give no worship to the Lord. Not with no OD Virgo dedicated ass. See, Virgo get serious about shit. Virgo get real serious about their religion. There ain't no bullshit with that. You feel me? I don't even know if he's actually I think he's an artist. He's just a gospel artist. Like, he's not Kirk Franklin, not like an actual preacher or pastor, y'all, right? I think he's just a gospel artist. I think I was looking at a post earlier today, and it was a Kirk Franklin like performing on stage, and people were like, "What is this? This is not worship. This is just a bunch of people idolizing a man, this, and that, and third." But in my head, I'm like, "Is he a preacher though? If he's a gospel artist, the fuck y'all mad at him? He got motherfuckers in there worshiping the name of the Lord through them tunes." You could bring that choir to my church any day. I ain't throwing no shade at my choir. I got the best choir in town, even though we a small church. Best choir in the nation. I can't wait till we get to compete at the Niggalation Choir finals coming at the end of the year. We're gonna prepare for that. Sister Ann, Sister Johnson, get y'all ready for extra practice and everything. Anyway, we're gonna talk about that service. But just looking at the luminaries first, we talking about anything dealing with your mom, your parents, the family home environment. Before we go look at that 4th house, and if we ain't got access to your house system, we got to check out what's popping with your moon. All right, so you got that going on there. We know that Pluto's there, so having Pluto by the moon is that's already showing us there's a lot of potential for over time. Pluto is long. It's, you feel me, travels slow. So when it comes into over time, this person is vulnerable to go through deep revelations about things they're emotionally connected to over time. These revelations, these realizations, whatever you want to call that, is always helping them to get to more of a detached space in a healthy way with their emotional well-being, right? Making sure that they could navigate, filter out some traumas once again, and get to some truth to bring some understanding to the subconscious. So but wherever you have Pluto energy at, sometimes you have to penetrate things. It takes time to get to the root of things. So who knows how long this may have been something he's been dealing with, trying to get to the root of understanding, like, yo, who really is my apostle? My mom keep brushing this off, this, that, and the third. And you could tell by how she responded when she was like, by how the father responded. The father right away is like broke down right away. That was one of the more harder parts to watch of it, watching how his father responded to it, saying like, I would have known, I would have been there. So his father wasn't even aware. His father wasn't even aware. So who knows what his mom, Kirk's mom, was saying to him to keep in the shadow or whatever, just, have him continuously have these, dormant questions in his head about like, damn, is my mom really trying to do this? My pops really after this, that, and the third. So Pluto may have had him on a long journey trying to get to that core understanding, right, about what's going on, to who he believes he's we're naturally emotionally attached to by birth. So that's just looking at the state of his moon. Then we jump to his sun. Now, look, guys, his sun is directly conjunct Venus, right? But it's in Aquarius, 6 degrees Aquarius. Okay, so early degrees Aquarius, which is that first deacon we know is dealing with Saturn energy, right? And now this last deacon, his moon, well, we don't know the degree of his moon, so let me not go there. But 6 degrees, this is the straight up Saturn deacon right here. This early right here, these Aquariuses, they connect, they're communicate. It's hard for them to sugarcoat these Aquarius. It's hard for them to not give you the real expression of their Saturn outlook on something. So some of these Aquariuses, early degree Aquariuses, they have to learn this. These are the ones that get told a lot, like, yo, you're kind of condescending when you express yourself. And these are the ones that kind of don't be known a lot of the times. Early degree Aquarius, they got to hear that shit a couple of times. Like, damn, all right, whatever, y'all soft. You always want me to watch my tone when I'm giving the real. All right. But Venus is conjunct his sun in Aquarius. Now, you gotta understand, guys, his moon is in a sign where Venus is debilitated, but his sun is always seeing Venus. His sun sees love. His sun wants to take action on things dealing with connection. His sun, even if he's moving in a negative vibration, he wants to have the perception of moving in that love, that harmonious state. Just look at Kirk Franklin, in general. Like, when you think of Kirk Franklin, like, he's some happy, smiling, preaching ass nigga. Like, you can see Venus on the nigga. Like, the nigga just Venus conjunct some people look like they're always happy and shit, right? It's got a real optimistic look to them, all right? Uplifting look. Venus dealing with that self-esteem, but his sun is conjunct Venus. So his moon struggles with that energy, understanding the Venus energy, but his sun is always getting access to it. So he can feel like sometimes the love is empty in his life. He could feel like it's not as understanding, or the love that he gets is sometimes this looks like love, this relationship, this understanding connection I got with this, that, and the third. I could touch it, this, that, and the third, but sometimes I don't feel like it's that all the time. So he may have a lot of that going on just based off his moon being in a debilitated Venus influence, but his sun having direct access to it. All right. Now, it's an Aquarius, though. Now, we know Aquarius already dealing with a sense of detachment by default. We already know Aquarius dealing with detached energy, right? And he got his sun and Venus in there. So he goes through different things in his life where he has to learn not to look at love in such a transactional space, right? His sun wants to connect by default. He building the church, he building community. As an Aquarius gonna rally up the people. Strong Aquarius energy gonna rally up the people, and Venus is in there. So he got that superpower to be able to bring people together in the name of the same value. He got that going on all day, every day. That's easy money. All right, what he doing in preaching, he could have been into astrology, he could have been doing something else. But the fact that it's conjunct Aquarius, this could show you here, right? The way I deal with connecting to others and understanding how to, take action with love might be a little overly logical with it. I can have a detached state about doing it sometimes. And understand, looking at his moon and sun, seeing that they're in the earth and air sign, right? Logical, practical signs. When it comes into him understanding how to get to understandings for his moon sign, right? For his moon and his Venus, which are energies that deal with emotions, but they're in practical, logical signs. He don't get the DNA tests. Virgo not going to be basking in expert. No, what can I practically do? Seriously. So the sad thing about it is I know that I know his mom was. This is what you call gaslight. If people want to throw gaslighting and narcissism, you want to throw all them words around. That was a direct display of some gaslighting for you. Starting to cry and feel this, that, and the third. And it's like that he's a Virgo moon. That probably fuck with his head a little bit, because it's like in his head, he's like, nah, hell no. I just used a DNA test. Like, it don't get more practical than this. And I can't even get the understanding for my moon. I can't even get the understanding for something that hits me emotionally right now through even going through the most practical tool I could use. That's not even working. So that's gonna take a toll on a Virgo. Like, that's gonna take a toll on the Virgo moon, right? You're gonna make the Virgo moon go crazy. You're gonna make them go crazy. All right. His mom's response was terribly for him because he emotionally can't even understand. Yeah, that was just it was tough. That was just tough. All right. So we got that going on. All right. But this Sun in Venus, Aquarius energy, I know this person at times may have a detached way of looking at love. Right. It almost be a little bit easier for this person to deal with separation in space when it comes into their love. I feel a little smothered, even a little bit power and controlling with love. Right. Could be real power and controlling with love with this type of placement, or with things that you with people that you connected to, because it's in Aquarius, but it's directly conjunct. So the sun always is right next to Venus. It's so used to having access to things, people, places, and things that make it feel good to the and feeling, getting some type of support, having a people person type of energy, but at the same time, it want Venus right next to it. It gets in the habit of wanting Venus right next to it. So because in an Aquarius, and Aquarius don't want to bask in Venus all the time, that's not really Aquarius energy. Then it turns into a state where it's like, now I'm power controlling with it. I want somebody where I could have my Venus when I want it, and then we could detach when I want it. So who knows if he's jumping into some of them power controlling energies in his life. But because those are his luminaries, he may have been the example of that, dealing with his mom in some type of shit before. He may felt like his mom pocket when she wanted to drop some love off on him or not, bring some understanding to his moon or not. You got a Virgo moon, you start diving heavily into your thought about anything you feel deeply in, but from a real analytical point of view. So I just know how much he done drove himself crazy, how much extra prayer that man done put in the air to try to get to try to see if any receipts was ever going to pop up on this. All right. So, Pluto by the moon, deep revelations when it comes into bringing understanding to things that make you emotionally comfortable, right? Over time, you could become an example to help other people deal with strong, powerful emotional transformations. But being that close to the moon and Pluto being retrograde, yeah. Remember, Pluto long term in his retrograde. So it would be crazy if his moon was actually closer than we think. 'Cause that shit actually is like right up conjunct on it. But the Pluto's retrograde, so now this person may have to rewind a lot of things. This thing that they're emotionally connected to, they got to come back to it a lot of the times, right? And at times they may not want to rewind it. They may not want to reflect on it, but Pluto brings that influence there, being a retrograde planet by your moon. So you're forced to reflect on something to find this understanding, because if you try to neglect it, you're gonna realize you feel some type of void or feel unfulfilled. Okay. Planets conjunct your moon have to be things that, like, these planets they need to be nurtured. All right. They need to be nurtured. They need to be understood. They can't be neglected, because they directly affect your moon. And you could always feel unfulfilled or a sense of a void. So if you got moon conjunct Saturn, you're naturally going to feel unfulfilled when things dealing with structure, organization, putting things in order, priority, stability. You're going to feel unfulfilled when there's a lack with them things, but not even just a lack. If you're placing a lack of effort into these things, worrying about other things that's out there, you're going to feel super unfulfilled there in some type of shape or form. You can do that through any other moon conjunction. All right. And then, but his sun conjunct it is just like I don't receive the Venus all the time, but I see it all the time. I see it. And when I experience, sometimes it may feel empty a bit. Okay. So we got that going on there. Now, his moon could potentially be opposite no, that's his Mars. His moon could potentially be opposite Mars. Depending on the degree, his moon could potentially be opposite Mars. And the way in right now that his moon is 22 degrees Virgo, they're saying it's opposite Mars from a 8-9 degree radius because Mars is 1 degree Aries. So if his moon is closer to Pluto, then it would be more of a stronger opposition to Mars. So there's a chance that, when we're talking about transformations, psychological mind games that may have been played upon him, you know, to keep his curiosity in check or in a stable space. That may be a constant cycle he may have been dealing with. When we look at Mars and Pluto, these two planets have a lot to do with our psyche, like with our psychology to things, right? Pluto is already digging through other people's psychology, but Mars, for the most part, Mars has a way of understanding man, the I am, the human, the way man think in general, right? All that I am first house energy correlates to man a lot. So when it comes into his moon potentially being closer to Pluto and having friction with Mars, constant emotional transformation, constant emotional instability. We know them two planets is radioactive, and if the moon getting beat up by them, having to constantly react to transformations, things that might be a little hidden, aggressive energies. Mars is in 1 degree Pisces. I mean, 1 degree Aries, right in that Aries Pisces cusp. So I see why he's such a passionate ass motherfucking I see why he really get into that name of the Lord. That's a spiritual cusp right there. That cusp don't play. All right. And he got Mars right up in that mug. So he finna be forceful and initiate something with dealing with his belief system or anything he believe in. He gonna get real proactive about that. Right. You could probably see if you probably watch a interview from him this and the third, he may stand really firm when he's expressing things about his belief system and even may feel offended at times expressing things that go against it or don't align with his belief system, not realizing he's feeling attacked. All right. You know how Mars get feeling attacked. But yeah, his moon being opposite in that cusp, Virgo energy opposing that Aries, Mars, Pisces cusp. Like the mom might have been a little forceful. Like, don't be asking me questions about your father anymore. He left you. He left you. It's just me and you in here. Why you think it's like this? You think I want you connecting with a man like that? That gaslit might have been crazy coming out with his moon opposite. Like I said, the moon aspects could start to actually show you some traits and tendencies with the mom or things that it may not be traits and tendencies of your mom, but it's going to be energies that's within the relationship of you and your mom, right? So, like I'm a Cap Moon. I'm a Cap Moon. Okay. So by default, I grew up feeling like at time my mother didn't connect with me like that. And then as I got older, I realized when I started realizing her upbringing, her connection with her family, I'm like, damn, she grew up in a little village in Nigeria. Like, we ain't got time to worry about love, motherfucker. We gotta pray and find food. So the way we express love is differently. We had to start having deep conversation with my mom about certain things, right? But it's like, damn, my Capricorn moon ass squaring the sun in Libra, I got that alignment. So when it comes into the things being verbalized, having Libra having to verbalize things to my moon at times, I feel like, yeah, that love, that connection, that shit wasn't related, but that wasn't my mother's way of dealing with love or showing love and how to learn that growing up. So if you look at them squares, oppositions to your moon, this starts to understand it can help you get to the root of maybe a disconnection with your parents, which especially your mom, right? Because if you detect that, like, okay, damn, my moon is squaring Venus and or whatnot, right? So when I don't be even understanding what the fuck appreciation mean. Like, you gotta know what the placement mean too, though. Moon square Venus, you don't even understand appreciation sometimes, depending on what signs that motherfucker is. You feel me? That might be something you gotta learn. You may not know how to detect appreciation. You may be giving a lot of energy, love, and value to people that don't even deserve it. Like Moon, Square, and opposing Venus get all types of crazy. That's a tough one to deal with. All right. A lot of wisdom come with it though. I damn near want to stop saying things like that. Like, we all gonna grow eventually, and a lot of wisdom come. I'm gonna stop saying things like that. I'll be watching people that's well into probably close to their second Saturn return be ignorant as hell on the internet a lot of the times. And I'm like, damn, a lot of us don't learn. So I'm gonna stop giving people too much grace. Not everybody deserves all this grace. Okay, he wasn't raised with her borough, but she probably do sound like, oh shit, damn. Damn, who raised them? Damn. She's clearly suffering from a dissociative state of existence. Narcissist, probably all of that. Damn. Okay, see, I didn't even do my background. I didn't do my background was gonna be the chart. That's my background after I seen that. Okay. So damn, we got that going on now. North Node in Pisces. It's funny because somebody asked me a really good question today. It was basically asking me, this person has the North Node in Scorpio, and they was asking me if, there's planets. If I deal with somebody, connect with somebody that got planets in Scorpio, does that trigger or do anything to my North Node? I was like, hell the fuck yeah, it does. All right. When you're dealing with somebody, you're connecting with somebody, and you in a real familiar state, you guys are connected, making, on a real level, making each other energies very familiar with each other. Yeah, if they got a lot of plans by your North Node in some type of shape or form, they're going to create activity that triggers your North Node, right? So things that you need to learn when it comes to your spiritual development, they're going to display certain things. It could be an example for you to understand how to get along with it. It could be an example for you to understand how to get along with it, or in some type of shape or form, it could be an example of how to navigate it, that energy, whether it's positive or negative. All right. So if you have the North Node in Scorpio, you have to learn how to navigate Scorpio energy. Okay. Sometimes the North Node concept is not about always applying it. You could look at it about gaining wisdom, understanding how to navigate that energy. So you got the North Node Scorpio. Yes, you're going to deal with chapters of your life, hidden agendas, vulnerability, having to bring things in the dark out of into the light, or understanding how to receive people giving you that type of energy, transformative situations in your life, resources being unstable at times, and learning how to have the will and the way. A lot of you got to learn how to sustain. You have to learn how to navigate Scorpio energy. It's not just about applying it or playing defense on it. No, Scorpio vibrations, heavy Scorpio vibrations are thrown at you. Navigate it, grow, experience. You're not familiar with this energy. So he got the he got the hold on. He got the North Node in Pisces. So you got to think about it, family. North Node in Pisces, right? Moon in Virgo. So his moon is opposite his North Node. So this person finds comfort. His moon and his South Node is in Virgo. So this person is super duper comfortable and attached to Virgo vibration, right? It's gonna be so super detail oriented, damn near paranoid. South nodes and Virgos and shit, North Node Pisces, y'all be paranoid as hell because everything y'all gotta know the numbers and the details to everything. Kind of don't trust anybody like that. Kind of don't be trusting people like that. Have a little bit of trust issues with that damn North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. But then the moon is there. So you see how troubling this makes it with the moon having to be next to the South Node. So but also with Pluto, when this person tries to use Virgo things as tools to help bring understanding, once again, a Virgo moon is going to use practical tools, Mercury like things to bring understanding for the emotions, whatever turbulent up in there, right? That moon is right in between Pluto and South Node, so he could go through a lot of trouble internally, right? Because illusions be thrown at him. North Node and Pisces. So you saying Taylor saying he wasn't raised by his mom, then he's now in his 50s finding this out. We know Saturn has a lot to do with authority. Saturn then got up in Pisces. That could have activated a whole lot when him clearing up, aka bringing reality to illusions. So if you are North Node in Pisces dealing with the Saturn and Pisces transit, Saturn's going to help stabilize a lot for you and understand how to navigate reality to help a lot of the things you may be up in an illusion about, or help you understand how to crystallize things dealing with your imagination over time using practicality. Okay, same. My North Node in Pisces. So, but that's what you'll be attacked with when you have the North Node in Pisces. You have to learn to navigate people trying to throw heavy illusions at you, play heavy mind games at you at times. It could be in a workspace. It depends on what house your Pisces energy is in, what house your North Node is in. Where that's where a lot of that activity will be in the combination of the energies that the North Node plays out in that house. But it may these illusions, which your North Node may get thrown at you in a career space, may get thrown at you in a home environment, may get thrown. It's very likely. I'm not going to be surprised if he's a water rising. No, if he's not a water rising, if he got like his Pisces falls into the fourth house. You feel me? What's that? A Sag rising? I wouldn't be. He a Sag rising. Think about it, y'all. He'd be a Sag rising. Let me see. The rising got him. If it's 12 p.m. today, yeah, we listen. I can see Sag rising energy on Kirk all day, every day. So all day, every day, guys. All day, every day, Sagittarius rising. I can see Kirk wearing that suit right there. That adds on to more of that optimistic energy and shit I be talking about. That's that Jupiter right there. Taylor, you got Pisces in the foot. So you know what's up, Taylor. You might have definitely dealt with it. You know what's up, y'all Sag risers with y'all Pisces in the fourth house. You don't even need North Node of planets in there. There'd be a lot of illusions in the household. Be a lot of things going on. You get older, you realize, damn, I didn't know mom and dad was going through that. We was broke. For real. I ain't know all of this. There'd be a lot of things you ain't know. All right. You start having to uplift. You start having to talk to the lady, go to therapy and whatnot because you mad your mom and dad kept a lot from you, kept you in the dark about something, kept an illusion on your eyes about something. All right. So yeah, Pisces, Sagittarius, I get it in the fourth house. But y'all still be running from the love too. Y'all be running. There'd be a lot of harmony and love in that fourth house at times. Y'all be like, I'm outside. The Sag rising. But so that's that is something to keep in mind there. Moon in Virgo, that moon in Virgo would be is opposing its conjunctive south node is opposing his north node. North node in Pisces deals with navigating things dealing with illusions, is dealing with understanding how to apply your imagination, understanding how to evolve your belief system, dealing with understanding how to see the lessons in your experiences, take the philosophy out of your experiences, but it has a huge influence of bringing your south node energy, which is Virgo, and understand how to take your ability to structure stability. I mean, stability, structure, stabilize, organize, see the detail of understanding what temperament something needs to grow. Right, you know how to do this, so you're here to take that and apply it towards Pisces energies to see what your imagination could really crystallize to in the earthly way. See what things in which your belief system could crystallize to into your reality. Because if you have the North Node of Pisces in some type of shape or form, there was a lack of a belief system in the past life, right? There's a lot of spiritual missions. You probably sign a lot of spiritual contracts in some type of shape or form because there's a lot of duties. You got to play catch up a little bit. You probably been doing a lot of stability work in the past couple of lifetimes. Like, all right, before you evolve, you need to get back to spirituality. You kind of got lost from that a little bit. Let's set you up with this Pisces North Node. Get you right real quick before you get off. You got to go through that third dimension Pisces North first before you excel. Okay, so it could be an accumulation of things. But all I know, Moon in Virgo and your North Node in Pisces. Yeah, I see what's going on here. It's gonna be a lack of appreciation sprinkled with a little razzle dazzle of illusion. You're gonna have to do a lot of. You're gonna have to use some of that faith, hope, and belief energy to eventually feel like you're gonna find understanding about something. Even if the DNA test ain't bring me understanding, I gotta hope that in some type of shape or form I can find forgiveness for my mom trifling ways right now. I even want the mom whole birthday. Let me get the sun sign. Let me just get her sun sign. Okay. She a whole Kirk Aquarius sun. She might be a Gemini. I ain't gonna lie. She might be giving off gem vibes for real. Oh man, gem vibes are good to keep. Gems know how to talk to you, to keep your son, keep your child head up in the air. Well, she didn't raise him. She didn't raise him. She didn't raise him. Uh, Pluto by the moon can also show that instability in the home move around a lot. Okay, what else his moon could potentially be dealing with? All right, his moon harmonizes with Mercury in Capricorn. So that boy, he know how to react to the thoughts he have about building stability and status. That's a gift he got. Don't nobody got to tell him that. All right. Yeah, that one's tough right there. Yeah, that's a lot of that energy there. So we got that Venus Sun conjunction in Aquarius. So sometimes the love feel like it's right there, the connection be there. I express it. It's part of my wants. But a lot of times it can feel a little empty. I can question it based off how my moon receives it at the same time, because my sun is just the one getting hands on, but my moon really digesting and receiving that energy, right? So he easily could get, the way his energies are set up, he could easily get into overcompensation mode. He could easily get into overcompensation mode when it comes into partnerships and showing love in his life, right? Part of the reason, probably him or his coming up in the church or whatever, his influence with Christianity and everything, he may find overcompensation in pouring out his love and his devotion, right? Dealing with that regimen, Christianity and that religion may have gave him a real sense of stability in his life with Moon and Virgo. Cause you're North Node and Pisces, so North Node and Pisces, you're gonna have to get pushed to something dealing with spirituality, dealing with belief energy to help you navigate reality. So, but his moon live in reality, so he had to make that part of his reality. You feel me? So I could easily see how religion became something as a tool he used to help bring that stability, even though he may have had a lot of questions about things, right, from his upbringing. And he could find a lot of overcompensation, or you don't even really have to use the word overcompensation, but moving through uplifting people through the name of the Lord, he could find a lot of fulfillment in that, because he may feel like he didn't really receive that growing up. So we know it'd be a lot going on with pastors and this, that, and the third. We know pastors be shady out here. Not me though, guys. I'm genuine, guys. I promise. I'm a good pastor. All right. But we know it'd be a lot going on in the name of name of the Lord, y'all. Right? We know is at this point everything's a business, right? Especially with you got a big ass motherfucking church now. You on TV, you making big records, dealing with gospel music or whatnot. He naturally has energies that he naturally has energies that support things dealing with stability and structure by default. I could just see the strong Saturn presence he has. Venus in Aquarius, you have Venus in a Saturn rule sign in different ways in your life, depending on what house that is. He's going to receive support for things to help him dealing with stability. He's definitely, if he talks about how he got to where he's at, I don't know nothing about Kirk Franklin's background at all, besides this with his mom. I'm just finding out now she didn't even raise him. But it's easy to see that he can attract situations in his life where, when it comes into the things he values, you can easily attract people that have resources to connect him to other people that share the same value, will connect, add more resources to help him support his value system, build community around it. Aquarius energy, Saturn, but then he got that Moon Mercury connection between Virgo and Capricorn. So people, moon, receive, attract. People want to receive his word, Mercury, communication. People want to receive what the message he got to kick out. It brings stability to them, because Virgo and Capricorn is in earth. So his word, his music, people probably may say that about Kirk Franklin. Man, it was tough times in my life. That album back in 2000, that Kirk Franklin album back in 2000 got me through some things, bro. I don't mean to shit on your astrology thing. I know the Christianity community and astrology. Know we got a little warfare going on. I don't mean to come at your world, Boro, but that 1999 Kirk Franklin album, I knew God was a real thing when I heard that. It got me through some things. All right, I was unstable, but when I turned the album on, in the name of the Lord, I was stable. Can I get a Ashe? Get a little Holy Ghost just reminiscing on the moments, Boro. All right. Taylor said his album "Losing My Religion" really details that journey, how he dealt with the tangible negative shit in the church without losing spirituality. Man, yep, that moon could bring anything that your moon is harmonizing with in the chart, guys. Understand this is something you receive a lot. All right, guys. Your moon sextile and something, your moon trining energy, guys. You have to be able to see how you receive this energy, and you have to know how you receive it because you have to know how to limit it at times, when to say no to it at times, right? Just because it's a gift and a natural access to an energy you brought into this lifetime to be able to receive and get natural access to something doesn't mean you have to overindulge. You got to know when to say no to it. But at the same time, you got to know how to receive it because you got to know what opportunities, if you know you got Venus in the 10th house, right? You got Venus in the 10th house and your moon is in, what's the trine? The moon is in the 2nd house. You got to know your moon in the 2nd house when you react to things that you value, right? Let's say in your 2nd house, what's a trine here? You could be a Scorpio in the 2nd house, Cancer in the 10th. Yeah. So this is a Libra rising. Yes, there's a Libra rising. Let's say you got Scorpio in the 2nd house, moon and Scorpio in the 2nd house, Venus and Cancer in the 10th. So you know my moon trines Venus. I naturally receive Venus energy. I naturally access it. It comes to me even when I'm not really desiring it. What is Venus energy? Support, appreciation, right? It's a cooperative energy, self-esteem, so it could deal with encouragement. So you know I receive Venus energy in the 10th house. But understanding that Venus is in your 10th and your moon is in the 2nd, now when people offer you support, when it comes into when support and different type of blessings, I really don't like using the word blessings for real, because we should know now with words be less. We should know there's a mind fuck in that one too. But it's hard to replace that word. I ain't gonna lie. This person is always gonna be somebody in the 10th house. The 10th house is whenever you're in a networking space environment that correlates to what you do for career, you in the workspace, anything dealing with your brand, how you project yourself, career, how you navigate career path, things dealing with yourself. That's all 10th house energy, right? You will realize you manifest situations where people in that space, in that networking space, they value the things you care about, that you value within yourself. So this is somebody that their moon in the 2nd house values their ability to deal with healing or something through motherfucking holistic health or whatever. They vegan, that's their values. They always been into healing. Then they get into natural healing, holistic healing. They value that. That's something that their moon holds in the 2nd house, that really wants to branch out, connect to others, service to others, because we know our 2nd house traits are the things we want to service to others, or we need to understand how to utilize how to service to others. So that's a huge part of understanding career astrologically. But when we look at, let's say this person is into that and it has this type of alignment. You got Venus in the 10th house, your moon is going to be people you probably be working at a whole nother job, ain't got nothing to do with your real 2nd house values, things you want to grow in the 10th house, but you're already in a workspace. So you're already kind of swimming in 10th house energies. 10th house more so correlate to social status, right? So if I'm working somewhere with a job, that's my 6th house. When I'm on social media, when I'm presenting myself, when I'm branding myself, that's that's a 10th house thing. All right. That's a 10th house thing. But we see the similarities, how the 10th and 6th house, all the earth houses connected. So you see the similarities of it, right? Your 10th house easily becomes your 6th house daily regimen at times, and then your 6th house easily be the things that you do every day to build your 10th house. So they're related, but that's the little slight difference there, guys. All right, a lot of you guys are building a business, a brand, to stand there, but you got to do what you got to do in reality to sustain yourself and support something that you're building in the 10th house, right? So that's how you see the difference, the contrast between the 6th and the 10th house. But other than that, this person gonna have people at work like, yo, you be coming to work putting me on about what foods I should be eating. I ain't gonna lie, last couple of months I put the chicken down, right? Put the animals down. I've been feeling better. My acne started clearing up. You should do something about, like, you should get on YouTube. Matter of fact, my cousin be holding conventions about holistic health. You should come over there and, like, you could expose your brand. Venus your moon is just gonna be pulling in support out your 10th house when it comes into things that you care about, you're connected to, you want to relate to others, right? You want to bring an understanding to that, because moon in the second house people want to bring understanding to other people, especially when it comes into things and realities and their value system, or whatever it is that they have a understanding about and they care about. They want to be able to establish that value system for other people, especially if you feel like that's something that's going to bring stability and security into your life. So the moon in second house, moon in Taurus, is strong placements. That's why these people have to learn how to get people that lean on them out their life, because y'all be really having a lot of duties to help stabilize the world. What the fuck you giving Tyrone all this money every month for what? You got things to do. You got people to save, a brand, holistic brand to build. Moon in Taurus, moon in second house. Woman, stop draining your resources on Tyrone. Get that nigga out your house. But Taurus placements is good for that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta stop giving this nigga a little money. The nigga be making me feel comfortable, bro. Make my body feel good. You know, you rule by Venus too. You get it. I be like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, Taurus. I do get it. I done fucked up my schedule over Venus energy a lot of times. I ain't gonna lie. Get off me, woman. Like, I gotta go on the live stream. I'm late. Right? So Venus is crazy. It's crazy how she get down. But seriously, guys. Seriously, you gotta understand how that moon pulls in energies with the sextiles and trines. We already know the squares and opposites. We pull those in too. It ain't no difference. Anything activity with the moon is pulling it in. Is it pulling it in from a friction point of view, or is it pulling in harmoniously? But you be needing to know the things that sextile. And Amber in the building. What's going on, baby? You got to know what your moon is pulling in harmoniously. So you got to know when to turn it off sometimes. Because if you get, like I said, we don't always, if you have direct access to things, you don't always have to say yes to it. Okay? That's a lesson a lot of people with strong Venus placements have to understand. What is a strong Venus placement, Boro? Or what does it mean when somebody is Venus dominant? If you're a Venus dominant or any planet dominant, you have your luminaries are in this sign in some type of shape or form. You have the sun, so your sun and moon or rising is influenced by these planets, right? So if somebody's an Aquarius, Sun, Cap, Moon, Pisces, rising, they Saturn dominant. Their sun and moon ruled by Saturn signs. If a planet is on that ascendant or in the first house, you can damn near say that's a dominant. You personally expressing that energy subliminally. I mean, subconsciously. It's just your natural personality. It's just your natural personality to wear those clothes and display this energy with your appearance and be into the active personal hobbies and interests of that planet is in your first house. Is you a natural Mars, you a Mars dominant Mars on your ascendant Mars in the first house. Okay. Now, when it comes into conjunctions with the luminaries, like luminaries is everything, y'all. Okay. Somebody got Venus conjunct a sun and moon. You a Venus dominant, especially if you got a lot of planets in Venus signs. You feel me? So it's like all these the accumulation of a lot of energy. Some of y'all got a lot of planets in Jupiter signs. You got planets in both Virgo and Gemini. You got planets in Capricorn, Scorpio, and Aries. You a Mars dominant. You Mars like a mug. No, I'm not. All right. I spent 48 hours with you and you can't even let Mars chill. Okay. I would consider myself a Venus, Saturn, Mars dominant type of person. So that may sound like a lot, but it's not really a lot when you might be a person that only got 3 signs, 4 signs, planets. Like you don't even got that many placements like that. All your planets is jumping into a couple of signs. You dominate with all of that shit. All right. So planets that's affecting the luminaries in the first house on the ascendant. This is what makes shit a dominant. All right. Is that why I be late passing? Nah, I'm just a scattered lucky Libra, y'all, to be honest with you. I'm a scattered lucky Libra. All right. I'm a Saturn in the first house. Saturn in the first house debilitated, y'all. All right, that's really what it is. I know it really don't be making sense for a lot of people that get new into astrology. Why this nigga always late? What the fuck? Why this nigga punctual skills is weak? Like, I don't get it. Ain't he a Capricorn moon rising? Ain't he a Libra sun? Ain't Libra Saturn's exaltation? Where all the Saturn shit at? This is why the astrology shit fake. These niggas be lying. But Saturn debilitating the first house. That's the Aries house. Y'all know Aries don't like Saturn energy. You tell Aries to stop. You be like, for what? Aries not even doing nothing. Aries not even doing nothing. You could be Aries watching a movie. You be like, stop. They be like, what? What am I doing? No, they not even doing nothing. They just that stop word, slow down. That shit triggering for Aries placements. They don't like Saturn energy. They don't like you coming. They don't like Aries. Don't like being in the studio rapping this and that, and somebody coming in there and throwing too much structure. Like, nah, you should put the hook before the verse. It's like, yo, bro, let me create, bro. Don't be throwing all that Saturn energy, all that extra thinking air energy over here. Saturn placements don't play that shit. Do we got any Saturn in Aries generations in here? Do we have any Saturn in Aries generation natives in here? Because y'all the ones that can really attest to this. It's like, boy, this is the story of my life. Y'all up next. Y'all Saturn return up next. But y'all this what y'all going through in y'all 20s, though. Saturn and Aries generation, if y'all in here, what are y'all, like 20? Y'all's is like 26, 5, 4, 20, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. So this what y'all going through in y'all 20s. Understand this. And you're gonna realize this more in your Saturn return. But your creativity, this, oh my God, especially if you have Saturn placements. I mean Aries placements. If you're a part of Saturn Aries generation and you have Aries placements, or if you have cardinal placements, you got planets in Libra, you got planets in Capricorn and Aries. I mean Cancer. You will manifest situations in y'all lives where y'all creativity, motherfuckers be trying to restrict y'all creativity, be trying to tell y'all creativity unrealistic, tell you something dealing with creativity ain't gonna amount to something. Y'all's the ones the teacher gonna tell you, Johnny, that rapping. Nah, Johnny not a rap. What's a little hood booger name? What's a hood? Think about all my niggas in the hood. This fucked up. Borrow. Borrow. Keep your head in the books with them weak ass lyrics. Stop writing raps in class. This nigga the next platinum artist. But he gonna go through some psychological shit with his teacher telling him that shit. Be hearing the teacher in the background. You know, Borrow could apply himself. He's such a smart young man, writing all that hip hop stuff in class. That stuff you see the hip hop, the state of hip hop today. You see the sexy green girl. Oh, that's not sexy red one. I don't know that she had a mix. She had a little sex tape drop. Things was looking all different type of colors, green, purple. Anyways, might as well let's call her sexy black. Let's just call her black. What about that? Let me stop for you. All right, bro. That sounds low. Sound like you hating on us. What's wrong with black? All right, y'all gonna start. This is Moon and Scorpio. Y'all gonna start going too deep. Relax, church. Black is beautiful. The sweeter the juice, the berry black is a motherfucker. Niggas be fucking up all type of phrases. Yeah, nigga, I said it right. The juice is sweet, the berry black. What, nigga? You know what I mean, nigga? God damn, y'all be wanting niggas to be technical. No, nigga, say the shit right. It ain't about being technical. It's how heavy Mars and Jupiter signs. Damn, y'all be wanting nigga to be so technical, Virgo, Gemini. But this is what be going on, y'all. Shout out to my son Kirk. Okay. Let's see if anything we got hover over some more. So, the moon going through it here. The sun be having a funny outlook on Venus because it's in a detached sign, but it's right next to Venus, so it start getting power and controlling with Venus energy at times. All right. But the North Node is in Pisces, so boy, there's all type of illusions thrown at him, but his moon got to navigate. So moon opposing North Node. This is somebody once again, somebody that is very stuck to the details. If your moon is by the South Node, you already know your South Node is something hard for you to evolve out of because that's what you're used to. So if your moon is in it, you comfortable in that energy spiritually, and you find comfort at day one in that energy in your physical body. So that is tough to deal with going through the North Node, and you may jump into your North Node in an extreme way. So, like I said, things dealing with spirituality, religion, this, that, and the third. Pisces and Sagittarius already got a huge influence on religion. You could say Sagittarius more so rule the ideology of religion, but yes, you could see that influence of him jumping heavy into his North Node based off of confusion his moon is dealing with, intensity his moon is dealing with on top of confusion. Because I'm trying to, you put all this Mercury together to find understanding, but I don't get it. All right, I can't piece it together. That is very confusing for a child. That is a lot for a child, and it could create that overcompensation now with the, especially Mars being there. So now my passion, let me just immerse myself in this spirituality, because the only thing helping bring some stability here is some damn faith in this mug. All right. So shout outs to Kirk. Wish we had his mom's John, but we don't got it. All right. Let me see. Let's see his sun activity real quick. Sun square Saturn and Sun square Jupiter. All right. So his sun is in Aquarius, but it's squaring Jupiter in Scorpio. Having your sun in Aquarius, squaring planets in Scorpio, you got to understand these. Your sun is in a sign that's gonna deal with a lot of your sun is in a sign that deals with a lot of relating, group activity, but it's square. But your sun is squaring a planet in Scorpio. You have to understand when it comes into a lot of situations with group partnership energy, you have to take your time making decisions. Don't let people rush you making decisions. You have to feel 100% invested, stable, and comfortable with the decisions you make. You have to understand the agendas people may have amongst your partnerships in some type of shape or form. And his is Neptune. Guys, what do we know Neptune? What Neptune energy correlate? It correlates to the same energy we talking about with his Pisces, that his moon in Pisces has to deal with, opposing the North Node in there. So, Neptune and Pisces, this generation, they could be very extreme with spirituality. Everything with Scorpio is extreme. So you put Neptune in there, anything dealing with their beliefs, and they could get very extreme about it. And they can manifest a lot of dark transformations leading up to them holding that sense of faith, Neptune faith, spirituality, creative essence, very sensitive energy, brings sensitivity to where it's at, but also brings a state of illusion where it's at. So Sun square Neptune, it's hard for this person to navigate things that are a little blurry. Sometimes their perception of things is going to be blurry. Sometimes their perception of things, they may be looking at things from too much of a philosophical point of view. This is not a philosophical thing to be looking at. It's a technical thing, right? Then they're gonna be the perception be thrown off. Whenever we have a transit, we talking about sun opposes sun squaring Neptune. What do we say after that, guys? Take your time making important decisions today. Don't rush nothing. Vision and awareness about things could be a little blurry at times, could feel a little dreamy, might have to snap back into reality a lot of times. So his sun is opposing that energy when we already know he's dealing with learning how to navigate Neptune, Pisces energy in general with his North Node. So I could see, damn, his luminaries just got thrown mad illusion energy. But because his moon is a part of this influence of trying to decipher reality and illusion, reality and what's true, it manifests into situations where his moon get beat up by it, or his mother directly becomes a vessel that is used in reality for the circumstance, just because that moon is going to pull on that energy, because that's what it knows, the home, the parents. So that sun opposing Neptune makes it even deeper as far as his perception of things. It almost makes it easier for him to stay in the illusion, because that's part of the challenge. Squares to the luminaries, these are lifelong all our aspects are like lifelong challenges. But when it's your luminaries, there's levels to it, right? It's levels to it. Okay, that's what all Scorpio suns need to understand if you got any planets in Scorpio energy, right? So his is Jupiter. So when it comes into belief systems, knowledge and wisdom, and other people's experiences, people may try to throw that at him to make that be something that he correlates to his belief system, and that's something Aquarius got to learn to stand on, their individuality in that sense, to find their belief system for themselves in some type of shape or form. People can project on him with this placement a whole lot. Just go through different forms of projection in his life in some type of shape or form. Him having to navigate getting into more isolated spaces so he could be one with his own thoughts and emotions, because this could manifest. Jupiter expands and is in Scorpio. So if you got it squaring your sun, you got an energy that expands a lot, but expands on eighth house energy. So you might have somebody, a best friend or an uncle. Jupiter could, it might be like your uncle here, like your uncle, your aunt in some type of shape or form. And they ass always coming through projecting some negative energy at times, bringing their negative experiences into your personal life at times, like shit like that. All right. So yeah, his upbringing may have been some thing. I mean, it may have been some shit for real, for real, for real. There could already be some detachment in the home environment with the luminaries in Aquarius, with your sun or your moon. Venus in Aquarius. So his first examples of connection and love came off a little transactional, came off probably a little dry and detached at the same time. All right, guys. So this is what we got going on with Brother Kirk. All right. So let's make sure if y'all anybody in here know anybody close to brother. All right. Um yeah, give brother my contact information. Send him this live stream. Okay. I think he'll make a. I think he'll be a proud member of this church, and we gonna pray for brother anyways. Brother need, but we're gonna pray for his mama. We're gonna pray for his daddy. Just pray for the whole family, guys. All right. Ashe, 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 guys. All right. Now let's transition. Damn, I thought I put Remy. Okay, I got Papoose chart right here. I thought I plugged both of their Johns in. Oh, because Remy already got her own. Okay, I remember that. I just had to plug in Papoose because Remy, Astro Theme, already got Remy on deck. So let me just pull up. And I'm gonna bring some real clarity, because I'm actually a lot of this, a lot of what's going on with Remy Martin and Papoose this was old news to us in the battle rap community. All right. So there's a thing called battle rap, guys, and there's a whole community and everything. I've been a fan since I was young, and there be a lot going on. It's so dramatic. Okay. Hold on. Let me try not to do two things at once. Remy Ma. Okay. Like I said, I haven't really done no homework. I wanted to pull up these things on our own. All right. All right. Yeah, go ahead and pass some collection plates while Pastor taking his time. All right. I know y'all wanna I know service going over time a little bit. But yeah, Pastor, we've been in here for some while now. I didn't miss every motherfucking football game. Pastor be having niggas missing mad football games. Okay, all right. Let me put this John up. All right. Oh yeah, see, yo, Tamil, stop. You know I'm on it. You know I'm on it. We got Eazy. We got all of that. We got all of that here. All right. We pulling everything up. I'm giving the whole backdrop. I'm giving the whole back. Y'all's on it. Okay. We got everything, man. All right. We coming strapped for this one. I've been wanting to dive into this. Now, let's get these. Okay. There we go. Let me share my screen with y'all. Ms. Bora, what do you think about the generation of Saturn and Gemini? They deal with a lot of karma, understanding how to place boundaries on their relationship life and understand how to utilize relationships from more of a practical point of view, understand how to navigate relationships in reality, especially when it comes into things they're trying to build. All right, guys. Hold on, this Eazy chart right here. This Eazy chart. We're gonna keep that low for now. We're gonna keep that low ski for now. All right, guys. So you got Pap and Remy chart right here, man. Okay, so first, before I even let's get into some. Let me give you the backdrop real quick. So, guys, basically, when it comes into this battle rap community, they're like you could correlate it to like the boxing environment. So you know how like they'll have boxing. If there's a heavyweight boxing match to stand at third, there's gonna be a card. It's gonna be on a card. This card is gonna have a bunch of matches on it, but that'll be the main match of the night or whatnot, right? That would be the match everybody's playing pay-per-view for, everything, right? And that's just like that with battle rap, right? It's a bunch of ways that they market, advertise themselves through social media to stand at third, on top of just building their reputation through the art. And there's different leagues. These different leagues are the ones who's paying the artists, right? And the ones that make the money off the back end of whatever, right? But you have the leagues, you have the artists, and there's cards, right? Remy Ma, a lot of people don't know, when she kind of came up through the battle rap community before she got into her career in the industry and getting deep into Terror Squad. So if you YouTube Remy Ma Fight Club, you'll see her active back in the day. So she has a history dealing with battle rap. Now, uh probably like what, a year or two ago, yeah, it was like a year ago, she started a league. Like, she started making her presence in battle rap, coming around to different events, this, that, and the third. People always in the battle rap community always pay homage to artists in the industry or whatever. Well, I wouldn't even say pay homage to them, but they just appreciate when artists outside of battle rap give props and pay homage to battle rap, right? Because it really is the truest form of hip hop and like rap, right? But anyways, she ended up coming out with her own league. The name of the league is Chrome 23. All right. Now, when she came out with the league, she was telling people this is, the idea of this is to support the women, because she realized women battle rappers don't get paid as much as the male battle rappers, right? So she came out with this league. She had her first event. The first event, all women battlers to stand the third. Women battling, that's another thing in battle rap too. Like, there's a lot of dope women battlers, and there's a lot of events when the men battle women. And as she started doing the second event and the third event, she started adding more men into the card, and it started looking like, all right, is this a women's league, or is this like, what are we doing? I thought this league was for the women and everything, Remy. So a battle rapper named Eazy the Block Captain, at this time when she starts this league, is pretty much the hottest battle rapper out, right? He's pretty much the hottest battle rapper. He's on a real crazy run in the battle rap world. He was just acting on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So some of y'all that seen Bel Air um on Peacock, he was the one playing the bully, Will Smith's bully or whatnot, that ended up going to jail over the gun. That's Eazy the Block Captain. He's from Philly, and these past 2 years, these past couple of years, he's been the talk of the town in battle rap. So Remy, he ended up coming out and saying Remy Ma's managing him. So this was big news, because he was leaving pretty much the biggest league in battle rap. It's called URL. He's leaving that league. All right. And he's basically going independent as one of the hottest battle rappers in the moment. He's saying Remy Ma's managing me. So now this league that Remy Ma has, Chrome 23, she has this league, and she has this star artist, and she's managing it, and we see them as the thing now, right? Remy Ma, Eazy the Block Captain. So that was a thing before all of this. Like, that's what's going on in the battle rap community. So time progressed, whatever. He had a big battle on the card. Some of y'all familiar with Wildin' Out. Some of y'all familiar with Wildin' Out. Y'all know Hitman Holla on Wildin' Out. He's a big name in the battle rap community. Eazy beat him. So that was a big thing that blew up the league more. The Chrome 23 league brought more attention to him. And out of nowhere, a rumor came out that Papoose punched Eazy in the face at an event, knocked him out. So this was like a rumor in the battle rap community, and everybody's blogging about it, making videos about it. The funny thing about it, Eazy calls himself the algorithm, and he always says that he's going to address anything when it comes into a battle rap community having their name in his mouth, his name in their mouth when things are false and rumors, he says, I'm always gonna address it. So when this happened, everybody's like, where he at? He go live every day. He got a YouTube channel and everything. He was not popping out. He was not popping out. He was nowhere to be seen. People were tweeting. His enemies started, and he's on top of it. He's one of the, like I said, he got a lot of attention. He's on a crazy run right now, so he be getting a lot of hate too. But that's how it is whenever you on top of everything, on top of anything. So, long story short, guys, it was a big rumor. He finally went live, addressed it, said ain't nothing happened, is a lie. A lot of people say his face had makeup on it. I believe it's true because he usually, another video was showing how he has certain freckle spots on his face. None of that was there. Face was looking different than now in his more recent work. You can see the same things come out. But anyways, whatever. That was the rumor. Okay. Then, all right, I'm trying to speed it up. I'm trying to give y'all the backdrop right here. Then Eazy ended up battling a rapper named Geechee Gotti. Now, this is after all of this. Now, the rapper Geechee Gotti, he's one of the legends in the game. He's one of the other hottest rappers. This is basically like Eazy's biggest, right? So this is why it was such a big thing leading up to all of this that happened going viral, because this was already a really big matchup in the battle rap community. So then, as all this came out, y'all ended up seeing what y'all seen with the viral thing with the rapper Geechee Gotti, talking to Remy Ma about the whole Papoose situation. And like I said, the battle rap community already had insight that, Eazy might have got knocked out by Papoose. That's the rumor. Multiple people are confirming it, whatever. And then, it was just a battle rap thing. A month and a half later, when this battle happened and went viral, now the cat is out the hat. Whatever the fuck the phrase is, that motherfucker out though. All right. So this is why everybody's like, where's Papoose at? Is Papoose gonna say anything? How did Remy do this and that? There is Remy gonna defend Papoose and say it's not true, that these rumors are not true? Because rumors started coming out that Remy Ma messing it with Eazy. That's the reason why Papoose knocked him out. All right. So with all this going on, I'm like, yeah, we got to see what's going on with their charts. We know we're going to be able to find something. There's a lot of transformations going on. So we're going to be able to pick up some chances that's hitting them, this, that, and the third. But that's the backdrop with everything, right? So y'all could go on YouTube, look it up. I'm going to save y'all time, but y'all go on YouTube, look it up, type in Geechee Gotti, Eazy the Block Captain, just to get more insight on the actual thing that went viral for some of y'all that's unaware of the situation. So that's really the whole backdrop in this. And from what it looked like right now, Papoose hasn't said anything about the rumors. Remy Ma hasn't really said anything about the rumors. In that actual battle with Eazy and this rapper Geechee Gotti, like Tamiro just said, man, she looked so guilty during that battle. Her face expressions look, her body language looked, y'all could go see for yourself. On top of that, there's a line Eazy has in his first round. He says, something. If I ever got punched in the face from a nigga, the only reason he's not dead is because I still got the girl, or something like that. So that line is pretty much confirming. That's pretty much what he's saying, that he got Remy. So, and then a picture came out with them eating together. So it's like that may look like what's going on, and just from like a body language expression point of view, and what he said in his raps and how they moving. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if they got their thing going on. All right, now let's pull up some energies. That was enough backdrop on that. Let's pull up some energies and let's see what's really shaking. Okay, we got Remy Mo on the left. We got Papoose on the right. All right, so we're gonna go boom, boom, Remy, Pap, and we're gonna pull Eazy up. Now off rip, for y'all that don't know about Remy and Paps, hold on, I'm bugging. I can't even see. I'm tripping. She ate the chip. All right. I believe I'm sharing my screen now. Y'all should be able to see. So, hold on one second, guys. I just want to this StreamYard angle. It's hard for me to tell if it's streaming properly. Okay, I can see it. All right, so boom, guys. Now Remy Ma is a Gemini sun. All right, she's a Gemini sun. Mercury's up in that Gemini. All right, she's already gonna have a inclination dealing with words, dialogue, rapping, and all that. Gemini's, a lot of them motherfuckers have Gemini placements. All right, and she a Sag moon. She a Gemini sun, Sag moon. All right, her moon is by Neptune. Neptune has a strong. We know Sagittarius already dealing with Jupiter energy, expansion, experience, exploration, and Neptune is like the higher octave of that energy. So it's definitely dealing with a sense of exploration and expansion in its own state, more so with emotional and creative awareness. But um off rip, guys, Gemini sun, 9 degree, early degree, first deacon. All right, the most curious Gemini. On top of having Mercury in Gemini in this mug, on top of her Mercury being conjunct Venus. So when it comes into love, what makes her feel good is always on the mind, and it makes her feel comfortable. Venus, being in that cusp right next to Mercury. Right. Sometimes cardinal water, you go a little, you get a little extreme trying to get the shit that make you feel good, because and you're always gonna come up with diabolical ideas around it, right? You might gaslight a mug, use a little bit of that air in Gemini to communicate your way and making it not look as bad as it really is at times. Hold on. Okay, so before I'm bugging, before we even jump deep into Remy Ma and Papoose, you understand when we look at Remy Ma and Papoose, they're a hip hop couple. Remy Ma did I forgot how long of a bid, 7-8 years or some shit like that, but it was a little significant bid that she did going to jail. She shot one of her friends. I think she shot one of her friends over money or some shit. Yo, y'all mutables, yo, you mutables, you mutables are something else. Y'all are something else. Y'all got to get it together. I understand, but the thing is, she a whole Sag Moon. So Sag Moon will shoot you over some shit and be like, "It's the principle, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if it's about the money, like the morals and ethics." Sag will clap you over that. Sag will clap you over that. All right. So just get that in your head when we talk about that. Okay. But you understand, she did a whole 7-8 year bid, and Papoose held her down. Papoose expressed in like an interview or in some shit that basically his music career got on the back burner. Being able to support her, it affected his pockets. They said that he visited her every day. So I don't know how true that is. But then again, this nigga a whole Pisces stellium with Venus in Pisces. We talk about this exaltation all the time, how powerful this exaltation is. We talk about how sacrificial this exaltation gets. When it comes into things they see the potential in, whether it's something dealing with love matters or creative or creativity. It's funny because Pop was actually one of my favorite rappers growing up. He's one of my favorite rappers growing up, and like I was like in middle school, high school around the time he was like in his prime musically in his career. Okay, so I know how devoted he is to his art. He's expressed in his music, outside of his music, how much people are not devoted to the art of hip hop. Okay, he's known as one of the top lyricists, to bless the game. So to see him take that, be so invested in this love matter, he put that in the back burner, knowing how much this stellium is jumping right into their motherfucking shit. And he's second deacon with that sun. So that's that moon influence. His heart is all up in that imagination. He's highly invested emotionally. That shows a lot about what type of sacrificial energy he jumped in for Remy. I already knew Papoose was a Pisces, so understanding his ability to do that, stay with her through all that time, like that doesn't like surprise me. Like Pisces energy will do that. Pisces energy can. She might have tried to be the one as a Gemini sun. To be honest with y'all, I wish I could interview them. To be honest with y'all, she a Gemini sun. She probably was telling him, Pap, You a grown man. Like, I'm being here 7, 8 years. Like, you, I know we, want to. I think the child, yeah, they had a child when she got out and shit. So I know we want to have a child one day. This and we're gonna get through this. But I want you to go do your thing. Like, our commitment is our bond. But I want she a Gemini Sun Sagittarius Moon. That shit was probably making her feel uncomfortable. Like, damn, I'm locked up and you still here. I'm joking, but on the deep psychological level, that shit is like, it might have been somewhat of a mind fuck to her. Like, it might have this obviously might have been the time she grew more in love with him, but it's just like, yo, wait, time out. I'm not used to things sticking around for this long. I'm a Gemini Sun Sagittarius Moon. Everything in my life fast. Things I detach and attach, transform, detach and attach. You're right. New relationship, new partnership, new friends. Like that type of alignment. It's hard to find stability at times. It's hard to find go a year straight. Everything you end the year with the same job, same friends, same beliefs. No, it's not so likely with your luminaries in that opposite pair, right? You're gonna know you're gonna know a shit ton of people. You're gonna have bad discernment and judgment in different times of your life of who you associate yourself with. People, and it's not going to be your fault. I'm not saying that you just don't know. It's not just your judgment is off and you're not smart. Nah, your moon is in Sag, so things get presented as a thrill a lot of the times. Whether it's something, dealing with you expanding on something from a successful point of view, expanding on resources. All of these situations can look like a thrill with the way that people are maybe presenting it to you with your luminaries in that space. On top of you already having the Mercury in Gem and Venus damn near on the cusp. So it'd be a life of movie like that right there. Then Moon is by Neptune. So we was just talking about Kirk Franklin with his sun squaring Neptune and breaking down how that affects your perception and your brings a sense of blurriness and illusion to how you see things, even though this person is going to have a strong creative slash spiritual charge. All right. And they start to understand how to connect to that to help them navigate things. But her moon is, come on, man. You got this heavy side gem energy, moon and Saturn, then you're gonna conjunct Neptune with it. So goddamn, she be having a hard time trying to decipher, making decisions on what she should explore and experience. That's a tough job with that alignment. You make everything look good, everything. It feel like you could bounce back from any mistake with these type of alignments she got. All right. And she's so versatile. So she can adapt and relate to different type of situations, this, that, and the third. Even if you watch when she's getting obliterated by the rap by Geechee Gotti in the battle rap, I kind of give her props. I think she did the best she could with all of that, with her body language. She kept it together in my head for the most part. I think this is, what else could you do? There's only so much you can hide energy wise. But they could move in and out. She done shot her friend over money, but she could keep it professional when it came to the business, this, that, and the third. So they can move in and out with that over time. And she grows more discernment, understand how to trust her intuition with them things. But you just not gonna tell me this is where this is where the Pisces gets fucked over here. This is where Pisces get fucked. Time out, chat. Wasn't we just joking about this yesterday? Wasn't we just joking about this yesterday? Wasn't I joking about how Pisces, or a stream ago, I was talking about, we was laughing about how Pisces get taken advantage of by the Gemini or Virgo or something, by Gemini, Sag or something. So this the mutable war here. So we see how they attracted each other so heavily. We see how they attract. There's all the mutable attraction. Okay. But that's the square, though. That's the square. All right. Sun directly square. Moon directly square. So the attraction is stupid heavy. Pap is laying a whole bunch of knowledge and wisdom on her ass and bringing understanding to a lot of her experiences, with her being the masculine side of Jupiter and Sagittarius, and her being the masculine, being in Gemini, which is a masculine sign in the air. So she's always in a push out state with experiences. So she's wise like Pap. She got Jupiter energy just like Pap, right? She stand on some morals in her head, like Pap. right? Whether morals is flawed or not. But because he's the feminine side of Jupiter, he brings the understanding to her. This is probably why she was able to fall or feel at home probably around him, because his ability to bring understanding to a lot of her experiences. Her Jupiter energy makes sense of her moon and her moon square, her moon opposition, seeing that instability with how she's went through different transformations and experiences with her relationship activity, Gemini relationship activity, Sagittarius, all that experience, the opposition, right? Different friendships, things always moving, her probably moving a lot at times in her own neighborhood and things. So he comes through and brings a lot of the understanding with that. Papoose is very fucking wise in general. All right. So I can see how that pair naturally clings on each other into each other heavy. All right. His Jupiter is right on top of her Mercury. His Jupiter is right on top of her Mercury. So we talk about wisdom and your intellect, right? I'm always trying to expand the things that you're thinking about. I'm always trying to bring more expansion and help you to see more on the thoughts you may feel like you're trapped in. And sometimes Gemini's Gemini can feel like they trapped in their thoughts a whole lot of the time. But that Jupiter brings a release to that Mercury. Now, the thing is, Jupiter and Mercury are like opposite energies, but they are dealing with learning. All right. But it does show the relatability for them to be able to connect concepts, connect on an intellectual level, relate to each other on a philosophical level. All right. If you listen to Remy Ma music or her express herself, you're not going to get so much of a spiritual. Well, I haven't listened to her in any other, state other than like a quick interview in the battle rap community of her music, which I knew is more so, is like more so rapidy rap, not so much a message, more so flossy rap, experience rap, what I'm doing, this, that, and the third, right? Wordplay. But Pap is gonna display that. You're gonna see his wisdom in his interviews and his music. You're gonna just see the display of that Jupiter, the way he pushes it out. Remy's Jupiter is her moon, right? So they got that compatibility there too with the Jupiter on top of the Mercury. All right. Now, both Sag generation, what they was both 19. What year thing Remy born? 1980. Now let's see some South Node energy. Let's see some more luminary influences. Now we know the sun is directly squaring the sun. So sun direct square. That's not so much past life energy, but it does show strong pull to help each other grow from what we need to do in this lifetime energy. If we could understand that our intention is to help each other grow, the squares from the sun perspective, the opposites from the sun perspective will always show that. All right. Always show potential for that. But can you handle it? That's the thing. We don't always be in a state to receive that type of energy to push us to grow all the time. Sometimes we're not mature enough at times to receive it like that. But so our moon is in Sag, then you get the direct square to the sun. All right. Where's the nodes at? Where's the nodes? So Pap is a south node in Pisces in Aries. Okay, so I got a planet in Aries. She is a south node in Aquarius. Where's Papoose moon? All right, Papoose moon is looking like it's lurking around here on this Capricorn Aquarius cusp. All right, so there we go. Remy Ma South Node. There we go. Remy Ma South Node in Aquarius. Papoose Moon right there on the. Let's matter of fact, I told y'all we could. Let's go to Far Mile. Let's go to Far Mile. Okay. Let's pull up. Let's go to the Moon Sign John. All right. I told y'all this is a website I like to use to make sure if the moon moved. If the moon moved on a certain day. Okay, I'm pretty sure it probably did though, seeing that they have it on the cusp already. So he's probably. I'm gonna go ahead and say in Aquarius because I already know. If it tells me it does move, I'm pretty much sure it's gonna be Aquarius from what I know about him. Because first of all, if you know anything about Papoose, he has a very unique rap pattern. Has a very unique rap style. He's definitely a different rapper. He's very gifted with excelled form of lyricism and wordplay. Um, Yep. So the moon moved from Capricorn into Aquarius that day. But I'm leaning on, even in his bars, he's very intelligent. Yeah, OD slept on. OD slept on. I mean, the real know what's up. So yeah, man. Papoose got the motherfucking that bitch is an Aquarius. That John is an Aquarius, especially because his Mars is in let me see his Jupiter. He got Saturn in Aquarius. He got opposites either way. But yeah, Moon in Aquarius is just there's gonna be more of the unique flow pattern. That's really what gives it off all the way. Like such a unique flow pattern, and he does have. I've listened to him enough to see how opposing energy he has. When you got Aquarius energy on your luminaries, this person gonna have some type of opposing energies. He's very opposing when he talk about other rappers in the game. That's a lot of what he talk about. How other rappers are inferior, inadequate. So I can see that all the way. But yeah, so the luminaries, here we go, guys. Here we go, guys. His moon, boom, her south node in Aquarius. All right. See any other connections? Any other connections? What's her south node again? I mean, yeah, south node in Aquarius was Pap's south node again. It's in Aries. His north node is in Libra. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, her Pluto 19 degrees. Now her Lilith. All right. All right. Now she got Lilith. She got Lilith at 2 degrees Libra, while his north node is 6 degrees Libra. Papoose, Libra North Node, understanding how to embrace the relationship, seventh house energy on all facets. Now, when it comes into this circumstance, like I said, when it comes into your North Node, it's not just about you applying the energy, it's about you experiencing the energy on all levels. You are experiencing the highs and lows of your North Node. Don't think of your North Node as something more so as a goal to accomplish. It's just something that you got to allow yourself to expand and experience about. You want to be able to get out of this experience and be like, yo, that North Node in Pisces, yeah, I didn't learn everything about. Like I experienced every facet of Pisces energy I could think about. I was in illusions at times. I had to snap out of that. I seen what it is to bask in my dreams and my imagination, my creative essence, and make something out of that. I grew my emotional intelligence. I experienced what it is to like connect with others on the subconscious emotional level on a deep level. Like I understood what that was. Like I experienced Pisces levels on all levels. So you're navigating all facets of it. So North Node in Libra, your South Node in Aries. You come from a past life of doing things, everything on your own, being individual, very strong, independent spirit, but you so independent to the point now you got to deal with more relationship activity to find more balance to spirit. So you understand how to, join your energies with others, have more awareness on what type of energies to relate to, build with, commit to in some type of shape or form. All right. So, North Node in Libra. Now, Remy got Lilith. Remy brings quote unquote dark Lilith to the journey he's dealing with when it comes into Libra. Marriage, contracts, agreement, marriage. All right. Now, when you have Lilith in Libra, you're going to go through frustrations in your life when it comes into building connections. You're going to go through frustrations in life trying to build your relationships, relate to others. That could put you through very dark circumstances. You could jump into extreme energy. You could attract a lot of Lilith and Libra can attract highly selfish people, highly uncooperative people, right? And this pushes you to very extreme moments in your life dealing with relationship activity. These people, Remy got Pluto. Remy got Pluto and Lilith in Libra, right? So there's going to be deep transformations dealing with long-term contracts she makes with people at times, especially if they have energies that's really pulling on something over here. Papoose has Pluto and North Node in Libra, so he's going to go through a lot of deep transformations trying to understand how to make relationships connect and commit to them and relate to them and having discernment about who to relate to in general, right? So, her bringing her Lilith right on top of his North Node, it brings another sense of vulnerability with him dealing with commitment because she got Lilith in Libra. He could pick up on her natural vulnerabilities dealing with trying to make something work. If she feels insecure about the relationship, he's highly sensitive to that with the node. Remember, guys, the nodes deal with like lunar energies. So there's a lot of sensitivity around them, right? Look at the houses you have your nodes in. We mad sensitive in this house. Somebody critique us about anything about this. Say anything to us about some of these energies in the house. You feel me? So that dark Lilith on top of the node is like, damn. It's one thing when a planet is
in synastry is on top of your node, we know that person's planet, their example of dealing with that energy is going to help you to have an expanded view on how to deal with your Libra energy. But the thing is, this person, Lilith is there. So they could bring a dark blemish. The way you may start to look at love negatively, look at relationships negatively in some type of shape or form. They may have more of an access to project some of their insecurities with relationship activity or that sign into what you're trying to learn and expand with that sign. The Lilith deal with extreme transformations, not even extreme transformations, but more so states of extreme perseverance. So when we look at our Lilith placement, you have to look at the sign it's in and look at the houses in. Mostly around the ages 27 to 33, or in some point in your life, you deal with extreme vulnerable moments in this energy. A lot of the times it'll pull on the opposite energy, the negative energy of the opposite energy. All right. So this is why Lilith and Libra people could attract very selfish people, extremely some damn near abusive relationships, sometimes forceful people or whatnot. Right. The charge may be so high, blinds you at times. A lot of that energy, because you got all that Mars Venus energy, right? So, and I realized the astro community, y'all be trying to, motherfuckers be trying to condense Lilith and just into sex energy at times. I'll be like, if y'all think that's all Lilith about, we got no another thing coming. That motherfucker gonna put us in some dark places. All right. So her insecurities, it kind of becomes a little contagious to Papoose when it comes into his vulnerabilities, understanding how to make relationship energy work in the first place. But he got a lot of Pisces energy. So I could imagine a lot of times he had to uplift any of the dark blemishes or insecurities she naturally just projected with relationship activity at times. And it's funny because that, once again, Lilith and Libra, you're gonna lose your shit trying to deal with somebody who don't want to deal with relationships, who's hard to cooperate with. Papoose, like I said, they were just, these guys are the poster child for black love and whatnot, especially with Papoose story jumping into that sacrificial energy for her, and all of that. Motherfuckers talk about black men. Motherfuckers got shit to say about black men all the motherfucking time. Is this what Papoose get? Is this what he get? Okay, so yeah, that one is tough with the yeah. Are you going to be an example to me on how to deal with relationships from a dark perspective most of the time? Lilith by Papoose, yeah, that might happen. That might happen. It might be an extreme transformation that happens to help your North Node gain more wisdom about things dealing with commitments, agreements, in relationships, right? Your North Node is 10 degrees away from Pluto. So a part of your spiritual journey is understanding that commitments and the agreements and contract, they can transform. They can always transform. Understand that. Don't let your Pisces energy, don't let all that get you lost in the illusion that everything is a law just because we done locked in some type of agreement on something now. Motherfuckers have changed their heart. Motherfuckers be having faint hearts out this bitch. So that's something he had to hurry up and learn right there with her. Okay. So the clash of the mutables. Clash of the mutables. We know the nodes is always gonna connect to the luminaries in some type of way. In some type of way. All right. South Node, Remy Ma, Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius, Papoose. All right. I understand your intention to want to expand, deal with your associations. They both deal with a lot of business. Remy got her own league. It's a lot of business that come with that shit. This, that, and the third. Papoose got his own business going on, being the I think the president of United Masters, which is like an independent record label, whatever, this, that, and the third. But both very business oriented. Remy gets pushed into it, with Aquarius energy. But that's the thing. Remy already having the huge opposition energy between Gemini and Sagittarius. She's already has manifested a lifestyle being outside a lot, being experienced and exploring outside a lot. You ain't staying in the house with that alignment. Okay. And then it comes with a stellium in Virgo. So she's passionate about making sense of a lot of her interactions with Mars and Saturn in there. She's passionate and determined about making sense, benefiting, getting some form of stability off of all her interactions in the world. But she's all mutable up. Like there's a lot going on. All her planets are in mutable signs, right? Even Venus that's in Cancer, that shit cusp in Gemini. So what? Only her Pluto and Uranus. So this is a lot. This is a lot of experiences. This is a person very could jump into highly self-critical energy when it comes into feeling like, am I making the right decisions about who I associate myself with, who I connect to, relate to, this and the third. All right. Almost damn near superstitious with these type of energies. That's why I ain't surprised she shot her friend. Her friend probably threw her in too much of a paranoid energy. You can't be having people all these mutable energies, and then Mars being in Virgo, and Mars in Virgo, you can't have them feeling nervous because they get extreme. When she got Jupiter, extreme ass Jupiter in that motherfucker too. You can have all these extreme energies in Virgo and get these niggas in a nervous bag. It's not a regular Virgo. It's a Mars in Virgo. They're gonna do something extreme to deal with that tension. It's not the regular Virgo that's just gonna smoke a cigarette or go get a drink. No, this motherfucker need a slap or a punch or a body slam or a stab or a shot to ease that tension. Okay? You better relax. She can't trust her own judgment. Gemini stellium, the Sagittarius moon. All right? She's easy to gas with this alignment. So she running with Terror Squad, running with some other killers. When there's a time she shouldn't kill somebody, they were like, get that bitch, Remy. Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. Gang said get the bitch. Gemini sun, Sagittarius moon. All right. So that's what you got going on. They all mutable up. They're all mutable up. Luminaries connecting. Easy to see. Diving into that sacrificial energy, but also learning a lot from things that's coming with this. There's still a lot to possibly come out from this, guys. Like I said, I'm assuming that they're not really gonna say nothing about this, and whatever's happening with their marriage, they've already spoke about what they're gonna do. They have a beautiful, adorable daughter. So they're taking all these things into consideration. And as much as the media and other people like to see other misery loves company, you feel me? So or company loves misery, but yeah, I think they're gonna keep that in home. I think the most we know is what's coming out now. But the thing is, hold on, let me just see is any other what's other Papoose got these mutable energies. All right, okay, the Libra energies is not that much to match up because she got all mutable placements. The North Node in Leo, Saturn. Okay, where is Papoose? Ooh, okay, no, her North 23 degrees. I was about to say, okay, so his Saturn's by her North Node. Her Saturn's by her North Node. So, Remy Ma, you got the North Node in Leo. Her South Node's Aquarius. So when you got the North Node in Leo, you're gonna be to be the star player. You're gonna be pushed to be more of the face, more of the user. This is not you, not Otis. You David Ruffin, like a mug. Like now we coming to see you for real, Otis. We come. You got the North Node in Leo. All right, you David Ruffin now. So you more have to. This person is experiencing all facets of attention. A lot of things come with attention. Embarrassment can come with attention. You easily get embarrassed or easily get rumors and shade thrown on you dealing with a lot of attention energy. There's a lot of things that come with attention energy, right? The creative energy, having to embrace displaying your creative awareness. So that's her natural life path with that, right? And I ain't gonna lie, her mutable energies, they really support that. So it's easy to see how she's able to expand a lot with her Leo energies, right? All her Gemini energy sextile Leo. So her relationships, the things that she was into early in her childhood, Sun, Mercury in her childhood, Gemini, adolescent stages, Venus, the things she loved connecting and relating with others, Venus in that cusp, what might have been things dealing with rapping or whatever she was into in her shit, it could naturally, all these relationships developed from it, or some of these elements in her environment, whether that energy is in the, it don't even have to be third house energy, it's all in Gemini, what represents third house energy. It creates a lot of portals for her to experience that Leo energy in the third house, right? Her to get probably some praise, get some attention for whatever type of ideologies, communication, expression that she's giving off with this Sun in Gemini placement, stellium there. But then her moon is trining the node. Her moon is trining the node. All right. Her luminaries are actually harmonizing with both of the nodes, like they're all in harmony. So it's like her Sun, her Gemini energies is harmonizing with her South node. So she knows how to jump back to home and knows how to rely on certain associations, resources she has with different people for certain situations in her life. She got that on lock. That's naturally accesses. She got natural access to that. Her moon harmonizes with her South node. You feel me? So she could have more of a philosophical outlook on when it comes into association. So that actually helps her with her Sun and Moon opposition because the nodes play a good part in it. So she's a quick learner. You're already learning by general having a lot of these mutable energies, which deal with. They're all quick learners. They all learn on the fly. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. But that's a lot what she's going on through there in the most part. But then Papoose is part of the Saturn and Leo generation, so his creative expression get hated on a lot, get blocked on a lot, worked so hard, placed so much time to deal with his creative expression. Just looking at his career and seeing how, when Remy did get locked up and things changed this and the third, it did kind of change the projection of his career. Now, Papoose is somewhat like of a legend. He got a name, household name, in the hip hop community, especially in the New York area, but that may have changed a lot of the trajectory with things going on. So when it comes into what he's building, structure, and stabilizing, remember Leo's another Saturn generation that gets irked by Saturn, just like the Aries and Saturn generation. Those is the two places Saturn don't like to be in, Leo and Aries. So these people have to place so much time for things they just want to jump into from expression energy, creative energy. All right. And their expression gets restricted a lot in different type of ways depending on what house that's in. So seeing that his Saturn is on top of her north node, in some type of shape point, he's able to bring a lot of stability, right? A lot of practicality, a lot of structure, help her pace things that she may get sped up a lot dealing with her Leo north node. When you have the north node in Leo, you may have a nervous way of dealing of nervous behavior on the stage. You can be the most creative, talented person, but you got to get comfortable. Once again, you got to learn how to get comfortable with this energy. As talented, creative as you may be, Saturn stability. So, on a spiritual perspective, Papoose can come in here and help ground some of things dealing with any form of expression, how she sees herself in the world. How she wants others to view her, things dealing with her self identity. Papoose can help stabilize, structure a lot of these things. Okay. And it's funny because, his son, his moon is in Aquarius. So this ain't the easiest thing for him to do for himself. But it's just funny how when it comes into some of the things that we're learning, it's easier for us to give other people that lesson and help them deal with the energy than to digest it for himself. But that dynamic is definitely there. Him being able more of a foundation, when it comes to things that she's jumping into from expression. Now the funny thing about it, I wish I locked in transits. I mean, I could go back to when the battle happened to see the transits in general and all of these things. But a couple of things we know about off rip. Saturn is in Pisces. When Saturn gets into a Pisces, Saturn can destroy things if it feel like the things here have to be destroyed in order to build a proper foundation with things. So when Saturn got into Pisces, a lot of us this year manifested a lot of things in our Pisces house being broken down because it needed to be built up more properly. And Saturn and Pisces in general, anything in your Pisces house that you may have been placing a lot of time into, it can start to see some trials and tribulations here. Right, we know Saturn coming in to Pisces is good for breaking cycles because it's bulldozing things because it wants to build stability. So Papoose having all this Pisces energy and us knowing that Saturn transited into Pisces, things that he has made a commitment to, things that he believes in the potential of what they have going on. And I mean, it ain't potential, it's reality. Their whole family got a child, they're married. He has to deal with navigating something he's placed time into building and structuring, but it's just hitting everything that's close to him. He's a sun in Pisces, Venus and Mercury in Pisces. All the things he loves, think about, and takes action on and touches. That's my marriage, my relationships, things in my personal life. So it's funny because at the same time when Saturn moves into Pisces, that's when he ended up getting this position, working for United Masters, and that's like a big thing for Papoose because he's once again a rapper that people felt like had all this different talent, should have blew up some more. So like he got a lot of praise for that when he got that position. People felt like it was very deserving for him to get that position. So I see how the business aspect has affected his life a bit since Saturn got into it. Once again, what Saturn generation is he? He's Saturn and Leo generation. Saturn Leo generation, 1978. Yeah, so some of them old Saturn progressions is just moving in. That's a lot of the things he's worked for, a lot of the things he's placed a lot of that Pisces energy in, having that stellium in there. That could be some of the reward of stability that comes from that, but it could be into cycles or learning how to navigate the reality of something he's been placing a lot of time in. So I know that transit plays a huge part, especially with Saturn being in Pisces and hitting the mutables in general. All right. So okay. All right. So that's a lot of how they do. That's their attraction how their attraction is set up. Why Papoose with his Pisces energies and these mutable energies, it's so easy for him to come and play this comforting role and even be seen as the one that's the nurturer damn near in the relationship. And I see how he can take more of the role for being the nurturer. You know, Remy is in a push out state. She's a sun in Gemini, moon in Sagittarius. This is a very expressive alignment. They're always in a push out state. So when they could feel a sense of, you know, understanding or fulfillment when they have somebody that comes around that wants to gracefully listen or understand what's really going on from this source of energy that you're pushing out all this expression from, that all that Pisces energy wants to understand that for real, right? And does them having all that mutable energy, that's once again the general natural attraction there. All right, so we got that there, but Papoose buddy, you got to go right now. We got somebody else to pull up, and his name is Eazy, the block captain. All right. Let's see what energies this brother done creeped up on Remy for. What does Eazy have? And made Remy said, you know what? It's time for a change. What Eazy got going on? All right. Now, first of all, hold on. Let me just check some comments. I can't even see the comments or anything at this perspective. Just making sure ain't nobody complaining about my mic, what they can see. Yeah, thanks for clicking it. Okay. Scarred Owl, what's going on? Scarred Owl. What's going on, Scarred Owl? Scarred Owl don't be playing, and he'll be getting a collection place, right? Be trying to get everything together. All right. She wears the pants, in my opinion, even though Pap a real dude. That's tough. Yeah, you know, Remy is a New York chick. You know, New York women built different. You gotta let her wear the ball shoes from time to time. My Pisces Venus is taking notes. Won't get me. Man, Pisces, you see how you jumping into that sacrificial energy right there? You see how you gotta have discernment with that, Pisces placements. North Node and Pisces, see some things that you might have to learn how to digest. Be like, okay, I learned my lesson here. That was a little illusion. Okay. You know, things happen. It's relationships, but let's see what's going on now. Let's see what's going on with Remy and Eazy. Now, Eazy, what's going on with his luminaries? He is a sun in Libra. Hold on, let's pull back up. Let's pull up moon calculator, because I don't know if I didn't see if his birthday, if his moon changed that day. We want to make sure. It looked like 12 o'clock, moon in Libra. Yeah, the moon was probably in Libra for the whole day, but we just gonna double check. We just gonna double check. Okay, this man's B-Day. What's his B-Day, man? What's his B-Day, man? What's the bull B-Day? That's what they be saying, Philly. What's good, bull? I like that shit. This bull crazy. It's a crazy bull. Shout out to everybody in Philly in the building. In Philly. It is in the building. All right, August 7, 1988. West Philadelphia, born and raised. All right. All right. Yep. Moon in Libra. All right. So let's get into it. What does Eazy got going on? So first of all, his luminaries: Sun in Leo, Moon in Libra. Sun 24 degrees Leo. Shit. Damn. Sun 24 degrees Leo. Remy Ma 23 degrees Leo North Node. This person is showing me everything that looks like my future needs. Is when somebody's sun is raw, man. Oh, damn, Rem. Damn. This is why sometimes, you know, everything with relationships be spiritual, man. You can't even, sometimes we gotta look at it from an astrological point of view. Know what people, everybody's shaming Remy. Listen, I ain't saying Remy wrong if she broke up her marriage a little bit, this, that, and the third. But I'm just saying I see what's going on. So first off, Rip, the luminaries. Yeah, the sun conjunct the North Node. Now you understand the North Node is in Leo. Leo's dealing with attention energy. This person lives that life. That is who they are. There's a spiritual confidence that comes with that connection, because I know this is something you need to experience, and I don't have to fake it. I embrace it. This is who I am. This is how people see me and label me. So if I come into your life and my sun is right on top of your north node, I'm a direct example of things that help you personally grow. I could bring natural confidence to you and self encouragement to you to help you embrace things you're unfamiliar with in some type of shape or form. And it's Leo energy. So it's easy to uplift or gas up any form of insecurity she may have with Leo energy. So, and then once again, it feels like this person can be somebody that can progress into my future. North node is going forward. Papoose the south node. Papoose the moon in Aquarius. He the south node. She the Aquarius south node. This nigga on top of the north. Damn, this serious business. She jumping from the. Ah, man, this is serious business already. Ah, they really got something tight going on here. This ain't no like this. They Remy in a bind. She's like, I love Pat, but I fell for this nigga. So sun on top of the, we got that going on there. Boom. Now, uh, where's his nodes at? South node in Virgo, 14 degrees. She 20-degree. Okay, so her Saturn and Mars making contact with his south node. His south node is in Virgo, so he has the natural understanding of how to navigate routine structure, stabilize things in reality, understanding how time pattern, shifts things in reality. That is something that she's very determined about, and something she already has a lot of experience going through extreme moments with. Jupiter in general, a lot of extreme. I was saying extreme because of Mars, but Jupiter's in there, so a lot of extreme moments. Knowing that Jupiter is the detriment in that sign, so you go through a lot of experience learning to not look at everything with, not you can't be so philosophical and faith based when it comes into things with reality. Jupiter and Virgo generation be having to learn that shit, right? And then they understand how to combine that influence of looking at things from an optimistic space in reality, but making sure that the works is there. Ain't no faith without the works. Ain't no miracle without the works. However the phrase goes. Excuse me, church. I'm a pastor. I should know better. I should know these things. All right. There'd be a lot going on in the pastor life. But yeah, so she got all this experience with Virgo energy, and it's on top of his south node. It brings a sense of comfort to him, knowing that she's determined about building a lot of the things, experiencing Jupiter and exploring a lot of the things that he already comfortable with. He came from. He been doing these things. Okay. Now, okay, North Node in Pisces. Okay, so they got them connections from the luminaries. Wow, direct connections. All right, South Node, and then speaking of his South Node in Virgo and everything, his South Node 14 to Virgo, she having all these Virgo placements that the Mars and the Saturn is making contact. You gotta understand when you look at that, the South nodes could be what pulls us in at times, So they started dealing with each other from a business perspective. She's managing him. She started managing him first. That could have created part of the portal, how they connected in the first place. Some of that understanding of what he's already doing that makes him comfortable, but she has a lot of new experiences leading to that energy now, right? So that brings a sense of understanding there. He's a Jupiter in Gemini generation, 3 degrees. Okay. He can relate to her world a bit there. Now the Libra moon. You gotta understand, guys. There's already connections between the nodes. There's already compatibility between the nodes. Their luminaries is all like his moon in Libra is harmonizing with her stellium in, I keep saying stellium even though Cancer's on Venus is in 1 degree Cancer, but his moon in Libra is harmonizing with her Gemini placements. His moon in Libra sextiling her moon and the Neptune. And when you talk about these type of alignments, the moon in Libra harmonizing with somebody else's Gemini Sagittarius placements, what do all these placements don't like? Heavy energy. So they can enable each other by making light of things that are not light. You're cheating on your husband right now, Remy. This is not a light situation. But with this type of energy, they could ride the wave of gassing each other up, make it seem like we could keep it light, keep this. It's just however they communicated, took action on it. That was the frequency vibration there. So his moon is harmonizing with her luminaries. His sun in Leo trines her moon. All right, sextiles her sun. So they have so much compatibility. It's not even funny. This is crazy. All right. Damn. All right. Let me see. Sagittarius. Her Neptune 21 degrees. When was he born? 1988. Was she born again? 1980. 1980. Hmm. Damn, this nigga easy older than I. God damn. All right. Um, I mean, I'm bugging. She way older than this nigga. I mean, it ain't that much. It ain't that much of a gap. It's 8 years. But yeah. So I can see how they connected from a business point of view. There's a lot going on. I think a lot of this did I think when this first came out, it was around Virgo season. When it first came out, all the viral shit, this and that, third, that was like towards like what mid Leo's. No, excuse me, not mid Leo season. That was really like talking about that shit was in Virgo. That shit was kind of in Virgo season. You know, thinking about it, seeing all the activity she has in Virgo. To be honest with you, but it was in the midst of the summertime. So all these energies was transiting her. She had a lot of energies transiting her north node. She experienced her Mars return. So it's going to be a new level of wisdom that she has to have when it comes into managing her passion, frustration, anger, and transformation she may be dealing with around the moment. All right, but she has Jupiter not too far away from it, so that's something she has to learn quick. And I believe she has been learning quick because her karma come quick. When she don't manage it right, you shoot somebody in the ass and you got to go to jail for 7 8 years. So karma don't come pretty quick when Jupiter's around. But yeah, the compatibility is crazy. The Venus, oh shit, they the same Venus sign. They the same Venus sign. What the fuck? Where's the squares? Like, okay, Mars and Aries. Mars and Aries. Okay, it's opposite Pluto. That's really more sexual attraction for real. A strong sexual attraction right there. Uh Man, there's a lot of harmony here. It's a lot of harmony here. Okay, so we always want to focus on the nodes first, guys, and there's direct connections there on both ends. All right, but Eazy, I kind of see Eazy with his sun in Leo being on top of her node. That is a strong energy of why Remy may have got. Let's say if Remy was in a situation where she was feeling, you know, disappointed in herself or even feeling tempted to do anything with Eazy, connect with him on an intimate level. If she was dealing with any of the vulnerable stages with his son on top of that north node, it just brings such a strong vibration of making this person, the north node person, feel like I could be included in your future and where you going. So, but Leo deals with strong blind energy. What is something you got to learn to deal with when you got the north node in Leo? A motherfucker that can blind you, sun energy. So that is something you're gonna have to learn to navigate North Node and Leo too. Not getting lost in your own ego that you blinded, not having other people blind you, and now you dealing with a direct sun in Leo right on top of that. So is Remy blinded? Is Remy blinded, or did she fall for my boy? Right? Is she really blinded? She got caught up a little bit. Because honestly, with his type of energies, the way his sun and moon is hitting her luminaries, it's really doing the opposite of what Papoose luminaries is doing. So we know his sun is in fire. It directly charges up her moon, being in that same fast, expressive temperament, quick experience like temperament, then is harmonizing with her son, right? So it brings a charge to her wanting to connect and relate, feel the thrill in connecting and relating her relationships. Bring sunlight to that. Moon brings harmony into relating into the experiences and things she wants to explore, being a Sagittarius moon in that sextile. Moon and Libra also relating to your Gemini energies. Naturally related, we're naturally communicative, no dull moments. The communication just flows effortlessly. We pick each other's mind. That's just the things we want and give each other, the what we want and need from a communication point of view. We just do that effortlessly. So you got all that going on, but Eazy is not doing what Papoose do for her. Eazy entices these energies. When you look at Papoose, he's stabilizing her. He's giving the Pisces mutable energy. He's not just jumping into sextiles, aka let's get situated. Let's learn something. So Remy may not be doing that much learning Well, and let me not say that because Eazy North Node is Easy Sun is on top of her North Node, but looking at this is making it's starting to look like she's more blinded. She's learning more of the being blinded from a perception of what she feels like looks nice or what could be included in her future. That's what's getting blinded because you got a nigga with the sun in Leo right on top of your fucking North Node in Leo. So if anybody is gonna teach you a lesson about being blinded and perception, this is God's. The devil sent this one directly from the pits of hell. All right. So I ain't trying to put bad. I ain't trying to say anything about like Eazy being. I mean, he is home wrecking at the end of the day. Like it is what it is, bro. And I would never go there if I was him. I think this was a very dumb decision for him. Like, why would you a star in battle rap? You just got signed by you're managing Remy Ma's a big thing. Why would you get into an intimate situation with her? Like, why her, bro? Why? Why would you mess up? Bring all of this into your. Let me see. What is his Venus dealing with? Because that's not right. That's. Oh, let me look a little bit closer at his shit a little bit for making that decision in the first place. All right. He's a Libra moon, Leo sun. he's gonna jump into what the fuck he wants to jump into for his damn relationship thrills. Mars and Aries, he don't give a damn. He jumped oh man, so he's a moon and Libra, Mars and Aries. So yes, here comes the wishy-washiness. Here comes, impulsive relationship decisions, very impulsive relationship decision. And his Venus is banged up right in between them in the Cardinals. There we go. He don't make the best relationship decisions, right? So in the bottom of his heart, he's a relationship person. He's balanced, very cooperative with others, but his personal gains, dealing with his desires at times, and Aries gets the best of him and can disrupt relationship activity. So that's just a regular thing he has to learn on his own. But then Venus is in Cancer. So now when it comes into, Mars, his passions, Venus, what he loves and his pleasures, at times his moon gets placed in situations his moon has to be extreme to try to get to these things because they're opposite and they're in a square. Sometimes I may take advantage of some Libra energy or communication or something to try to get some of my Venus or Mars. And, maybe my extreme energies at times, it takes away judgment from what I'm really doing, So he not making the best decision from that point of view from a relationship perspective. Moon in Libra is letting his power get the best of him. That sextile, what I told y'all, Sun and Leo, we've been talking about this little Leo connection, Leo Libra connection, how they be best friends, BFFs, they just fly into trouble with each other. This is his sun and moon. So when his moon wants to deal with relationship activity, his sun jumps right into it in an impulsive nature, especially if it feel like it's something's gonna make him look better. That's another thing. That could be a part of his ego, him feeling like he pulled Remy Ma, or he's dealing with Remy Ma. He could be going through somewhat of a little ego high for that with his type of energies, especially when he expressed what he expressed, when he said what he said in the battle, saying, if a nigga ain't dead for punching me this and the third is because I still got the girl. Like that was a very arrogant thing to say. By pretty much confirming it, like he's pretty much saying, "I took your bitch, Papoose." Like that's pretty much what he was saying by saying that. So I could see him definitely riding the blind wave, and he definitely lets his ego get in trouble a lot of the times. Right now, a lot of bloggers in the battle rap community are saying at times he act like he's bigger than battle rap. So if we know he may be already potentially riding that negative ego wave that can come at times, being a Leo, just the dark side of our placements, how we know that blindness is not also affecting, Remy Ma's perception with her North Node in Leo, right? So this could damn near be a moment right now. Remy is realizing how her perception of something, or how she may be caught up in of the negative vision about something. She may be blinded in some type of shape or form. All right. Because Papoose is doing the opposite of what this guy is doing. There's a lot of understanding here. Don't get me wrong. If Remy came to me and she wasn't in a relationship and she bought this chart, I'm like, wow, this is a great flow of energy. This is a stupid great flow of energy. Y'all have real strong friendship energy. So hopefully y'all could keep the intensity as far as sexual attraction together, but you have very strong, but they have signs that are very, like he got Mars and Aries, he a Libra moon, she got Gemini stellium. Those energies, they like to connect and relate. So on top of that, that could be something that stay together as far as attraction, even though it may not be super squares and oppositions. But at the end of the day, though, Matter of fact, there is a bunch of her Pluto is squaring his moon. No, his Pluto's Pluto conjunct the moon. This Pluto conjunct the moon. So that brings a lot of intensity. That's why he don't know how to control himself being the moon person. He pick up on that intensity, sexual attraction from her ass with the Pluto. We know Pluto already correlating to some sexual energies. Pluto, Mars, Lilith, all of them. So because they stemming from that passion area, that root sacral chakra area where all the passion really come from, all the sexual energy that can be used for birthing things or creating things for real. It's really creative energy. But damn, the Pluto and Moon is conjunct. So I can see how comfortable or how sensitive he is towards her type of intensity at times. Make him want to be extreme, dealing with some connection and relating. Don't know how to sit down around her ass. Yeah, but he don't have the best judgment when it comes to relationship activity. Remy might be blinded. I feel like if things are expressed later and it's like they was messing, we find out they were really, this is a thing, they were together, but she realized she didn't want to do this. She go out there. I mean, like I said, I don't think shit gonna get out the hat like that. I think this is the most we gonna know about it. And if Papoose and Remy don't have an extreme, like if they don't choose to get divorced or anything, this is just gonna, they probably just gonna stay as a marriage that's not so much in the light and have a way of eventually maybe something being expressed about this down the line. But I think this is the case right now. They don't know how to move as far as what they're doing together as a relationship. Remy might have got lost into the future and direction she sees with Eazy. Okay. Like I said, Papoose is being more of the stabilizer. He brings the Pisces mutable energy, which he don't have. But Easy's luminaries are just gassing up her luminaries. It's just pushing her luminaries to do more of what she wants to do. All right. That's harmony. That's the sextile. It's the trine. The square don't bring that. The square, the opposition don't bring that. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be some attraction, sexual attraction, this and the third, but I'm here to help you learn. I'm helping you to learn the experience, how you need to navigate and spiritually develop in a more outside of the energies you think you are. All right. So it's Pisces bring a lot of understanding to the mutable energies, a lot of learning she does from him, learning from Eazy. Not, I don't know so much. Can she learn a lot from Eazy? Yeah, his sun is right on top of her north node. But if he's not being the best example, he's in a negative vibration with his sun in Leo, then what representation is that for her to adapt? And that may be exactly what's going on now. This nigga lost in his ego in the light. Remy got blinded by that, thinks it's something she could include into her north node travels, not understanding is really disrupting a lot of things coming from home. Her south node Aquarius, where Papoose moon is at. So she's running away. This could be a running away from home situation right here. So I'm actually curious to see how this comes out. But I did not expect to see that much. Compatibility from Eazy, but damn. Remy, you're in the bind. See what Saturn. You see what Saturn doing to the mutable signs right now? You see what Saturn doing to the mutable signs? It's putting a lot of pauses. It's helping y'all to see if y'all strong enough to navigate y'all relationships through trials and tribulations. If the time invested into things is enough to withstand trials and tribulations or whatnot. So mutable signs continue to grow. Don't allow motherfuckers to come and blind you right now. Understand the things you've placed time into and what you're working towards placing time into. Pisces Sun Moon Rising. This makes me want to send a little message to the Pisces Sun Moon Risings so y'all can understand that, maybe some things within these next 3 years you've been invested into. And I'm not saying that you have to detach from it or get away from it, but it may have to be a totally different way of dealing with something that you're not used to, right? Saturn may try to usher that perception into your life for you to understand this is the most realistic way to go about this. Papoose may be dealing with this. He may be digesting this right now. Like, damn, I place so much sacrifice, emotional connection, intention, energy into this, and that third. I still love her. I'm going to love her for life. I love our beautiful daughter we created together. Saturn done gotten this shit. I have to probably detach, step away, view this from a little bit, view what it has done to me. How has it impacted my subconscious, right? So Saturn's slowing everything down and helping us to understand how we dealing with connections on a spiritual level and understanding how we dealing with things in our imagination and what has a toll on the subconscious, but from the most realistic, practical outlook we can. So if we have to detach from a certain person, place, or thing in reality to help improve the subconscious, Saturn is heavy on that, and Saturn creates extreme situations while it's transiting Pisces. So a lot of my Pisces sun moon rising, a lot of y'all, you could go all the way back to my Saturn and Pisces streams around this time. Go back to it. Look at the things you were saying for Pisces. All right. Pisces, if y'all was in any illusions about anything, or if there's any energies, people, places, and things around you in some type of shape or form that got you caught in an illusion, or it's not as real as you think it is going to be broken down with these next 3 years. It's going to be broken down. All right. That's what's happening to all of us in our Pisces house in general. Okay, but wow. I'm actually intrigued. I actually hope some more information comes out. All right. I just feel like Pat might be governing this situation with his Pisces energy. Is like, yo, I ain't saying shit. I'm recollecting on this on my own. There's a lot going on in my personal life with this situation. Papoose is a Eazy. I already figured he was lying because I don't know how niggas make up a rumor like that. I don't know where a bunch of niggas is confirming it. It's just and then he took forever to go live after. He took forever to go live when he goes live every day. Then it looked like he really had makeup on his face. Like it's just everything looked crazy about it. So he is a Leo sun, Libra moon. I know he lying. That nigga Papoose knocked him the fuck out. Papoose done ran up on niggas in the studio. I forgot who he ran up in the Breakfast Club. He ran up on Max B, and that's fucked up. Max B, my nigga. That's one of my other favorite rappers too. I hate seeing my favorite rappers beef like that. He ran up on Max B ass, and Max B another thorough nigga. So Pisces, gangster Pisces niggas, them niggas is retarded. Them niggas ain't the niggas to. Dumb niggas don't know what voice to listen to in their head. Should I let this nigga go or should I clap him? It'd be hard for them niggas to make that decision for themselves. Pisces gangsters, Pisces thugs. You hear me, church? So when it comes into Papoose, he done claimed he knocked Fat Joe out before. Like, I don't know what's the validity to that. I know Pisces be lying and gassing shit up too though. But Papoose hasn't made up. No, he hasn't said nothing about punching Eazy. He just that's what people saying. That was the rumor. This, that, and the third. So, but Eazy got some lying ass placements. He got some lying ass placements. All right, and then he got placements that show bad discernment when it comes to relationship activity. So I could definitely see I really think that's the dynamic from looking at the astrology. I think the dynamic here is once again that Remy leaving home a little bit, Eazy being the North Node on top of the sun, started to bring more of an influence of something she feel like she could continue to experience or explore from a different point of view, something that could be included into a future. It might have got too deep because he has the sun on top of her North Node. Might have never been none of her intention, and things got a little too fast. All right, so that's another thing. When people have a lot of planets around your North Node, yeah, he ran up on the wave god, bro. You could look it up on it's crazy. It's on YouTube. Pap don't fuck around. So she might be running away from home in some type of shape or form. All right. And if that's the case, it hurts. It hurts to see this, Remy, because the realization that she's gonna make one of these days is gonna hurt. Now, the type of energies Pap got, Pap will take her ass back. The type of energies he got, he knocked the nigga out too. So that nigga is emotionally invested because he knocked the nigga out. I'm different. If I'm married, I got a girlfriend, and I can catch my girl cheating on me, you ain't getting none of these reactions out of me. I'm out. I'm too pretty to fight. And if I'm fighting, that shit serious. Niggas get hurt. If I'm getting into a fight, this some serious shit. You want to cheat on me? Well, why am I getting into a fight with you or this person? Y'all found each other. Y'all did me a disservice. Let me take my ass to church. All right? Somebody else around the way. That's all that is. I'm not getting to no extreme energies because of that at all. At all. All right. So when it comes to Papoose jumping into knocking the nigga out, I know he's still emotionally invested in that shit all the way. All right. All the fucking way. He can't just detach. Nigga, Pisces is the attached sign. Fuck is you talking about? He not built like me to just detach from that shit. Then he a moon in Aquarius. So you got a moon in Aquarius doing all this sacrificial shit. This nigga can't make a decision. He can't. He not making no decision right now. He fucked up. He's fucked up psychologically. He a Pisces. He a Aquarius moon. But the Pisces part of him gassed him up to make these type of commitments. That is a super struggle for that Aquarius moon to make from a commitment level and intimacy. And if you do get an Aquarius moon to jump into some commitment like that, that shows you how you got them. They don't feel like there's another partner that can match, could be a complement to their individuality like this. So I'll go through the 7 year bit. I'll go through it. That's that Aquarius moon if in that being in that situation. But all that Pisces energy he going through, he need to come to church. We still gonna say some prayer for you from here. You praying for all of y'all, praying for Remy. Hope praying Remy not blinded. She locked up for a minute. She might feel like she missing something, midlife crisis vibe. There you go. You got all these explorational ass energies, and you did that bit. As soon as you came out, you jumped right into having a kid. You jumped right into getting things together for business. Now things are starting to flourish, and this nigga right here, and this nigga sun and moon got your sun and moon jacked up. The fire air combo is going crazy on top of the south sun just blinding the south node. So sometimes this person can make you feel like you're treading in the right direction with something in your spiritual development, man. And it might take you a while to realize, no, that was just a sensation for real. That shit had nothing to do with it. It is spiritual development because I got the North Node Leo, and I'm gonna learn it either way. If I'm blinded, I still learn. But that's what's going on for the most part. We're gonna see if any other information news come out about them family. All right. This is another productive church session, guys. All right. Let's get ready for that moon to get up in that Sagittarius energy. Let's get ready for that moon to get up in that. Speaking of all this Sag energy today. All right. Speaking of all that Sag energy today. So moon entering Sag tomorrow around 3:37. We know the lucky days moving to the Sagittarius, the Leos, the Aries, the super lucky middle of the week portion days for Libra right now, right? And Aquarius. All right, guys. Once again, hope all is well. Sister Mom, shout out to Sister Tracy's. Trey, you had me cracking up yesterday. OD. I love me some of that Aquarius bluntness. But yeah, Remy shit might be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The Gemini Sun, Sag, Moon, that's some exciting sex. Babe, let me get some in the car. Like you can ask for some head in the car while you driving. You can do anything. Let's go in the airplane bathroom. Like the Gemini Sun, Sag, Moon. Oh man, that's some fun. They have some fun ass energies, Eazy and Remy. I'm not gonna lie. And when Remy get around Papoose, it's like, nah, this nigga want to teach me. This nigga trying to uplift me and make me a better woman. Come on with all this spiritual development. Stop trying to make me better, Pap. This is not a Neo Fabulous song. Where Eazy at? He don't try to do all this teaching shit. That nigga just make shit look like a thrill, make shit look fun, make me not think there's consequences to things, aka a lot of fire, air energy. You ain't think about no goddamn consequences. You just going with the flow, going in the wind. Easy. Hold on, let me just one last time, just to make sure ain't no transits going over my head. Let me pull up Eazy Blood Clot John. Let me just make sure ain't no placements going over no transit energies going over my head. Speaking of the nodes, no wonder he going through so much drama right now. Like that Mars, the moon in Libra, Mars in Aries, he going through a lot of drama this year. All right. And that may have a lot to do with him not expressing his true self, doing too much lying with that moon in Libra, relating to other people's ideologies about things, probably not standing on his own expression about things. If you just was more in tune, if y'all was more in tune with battle, like he going through mad drama. I mean, obviously this is the meat and potatoes of his drama, but he's just dealing with a lot of hate. So he's really in that situation. Like this was his first like clear loss in this big run he's had in the past couple of years. So it's really not that crazy because who he lost to is like one of the most popular, hottest battle rappers of all time too. Okay, this was his biggest match. So it's like, he lost to Geechee Gotti. That's an honorable loss. But seeing how he's dealing. What's his node? What's his node one more time? What's his node? What's his node? Node in Pisces. No, you got that node in Pisces. Yeah, he has a lot of high horse energy. He has a lot of loss. He could get lost in his ego energy with all them hits to his sun in Leo. And he have the wrong circle around him with the moon in Leo is just more enabling. It could be bad. It could be bad. No good reinforcement in there. All right. Aqua Queen 24. I appreciate the collection plate to conclude the service, woman. You want some extra prayer, don't you? You have to send a collection plate for that. Pastor just be lying. I'm putting extra prayer in for everybody by default, just for your presence. All right, right, Jasmine. Just want to smash. I think the Eazy shit has a lot to do with his ego, though. I think a lot of his ego's invested into it, just based on how he expresses himself, how he's moving. He almost acting like a nigga that never had a good looking girl before. That's almost like how he acting right now. Like how he been expressing himself in interviews, how he was rapping about the situation. Like he rapping like he never had a pretty girl before, a popping girl before or something, and he's just real high, don't know how to act, but he loved the attention getting seen for, niggas talking about me and Remy. This, oh my God, yeah. Like it looked like he's moving off a lot of that energy right now. Okay. I mean, look at his name. Man, I just want to say thank you for making me laugh all the time, boy. From a Capricorn moon to another Capricorn moon. I live in South Africa. Oh man, Cap moon in South Africa. You might be cousins for real. I could send you some. I'll send you a little son. You take to my peoples over there in Nigeria. That's crazy. South Africa is the place that's like the number one place I want to visit right now in Africa. Like South Africa and Egypt outside of where I'm personally from. So that's really fire. That is dope, man. The congregation is all over the place. Shout out to Cat Moon Gang. All right. He gonna ride her wave. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Scarred Owl. I appreciate you so much, Scarred Owl. You in the comments keeping the congregation right and everything. You know I love you, Scar Owl. All right. So shout out to everybody in the building. All right. Enjoy y'all Mars Day. I will see y'all tomorrow, gang. Peace.